like I said, it's a long one. Oh, and I still forgot to share it.
I picture Deckard on a carriage just trying to get away from the bad guys. This is great. This is the best thing ever.
Actually, I did share it. I'll put it on here too. Put it on Discord too if you want it. All right. I gotta turn my own volume down. It's too loud. All right, cool. All right, so this is a recap of last session, which was session 42. Called it Barovian Planned Parenthood, and the subtitle was "You Get Some Blood Magic and You Get Some Blood Magic." So here we go. Ezek was now dead, and the festival and the town were in a bit of disarray. Some of the gang noticed that Deckard was moving away from the square with a concerned look on his face. He stopped abruptly, seemingly pleased with whatever he was trying to accomplish after launching 2 fiery arrows down an alley. He spun around and addressed the party briefly, stammering, "The old woman, the windmill, the hag that killed Blackwind." Confused, the rest of them watched as he sprinted off at incredible speed down an alley on the other side of the square, yelling something about, "The parents, they went this way." This only further puzzled the rest of them. Thoradin and Juniper seemed entirely confused as they watched Deckard run off. Meanwhile, Spargle carefully rummaged through Ezek's dwarf piss-soaked belongings. He grabbed Ezek's coin purse, which contained a pile of electrum pieces, and took his well-made battle axe, which was lined with small gems. Alaric seemed to fall behind, and when the group turned to see what was holding him up, they noted he appeared to be in a trance, staring up at the sky. A hole in the clouds had opened, allowing a bit of the muted, dim light of day to get through to the barbarian's face. He still held the strange tribal spear that he found at Yester Hill. Shifting, blood-colored tendrils emanated from the weapon and wrapped around his arm like... Suddenly, he shouted towards the sky, "Chieftain Kavan, I accept this power, and I will do my best to fulfill my role." The tendrils moved back down the spear, seeming to absorb back into his body as he let it fall towards the ground. Now the oozing liquid seemed to reverse its flow as Alaric's own blood poured out of his body and down the shaft of the spear, splattering onto the ground. Yo.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. When I click the link, it keeps saying the GM has set this to...
I think we're all having that.
Thank you for... Nope, I forgot to do that last time, too. Thank you. I'll fix that.
I thought I was just fat and stupid, which I may be, but...
I decided to actually listen to what you were saying this time rather than read along, since I couldn't open it.
How about now? If you hit refresh.
Good to go.
I'm gonna check. Oh, there we go.
What are we
You'd love to see it.
Probably the 4th paragraph.
Yep, right above the first image here.
Right above the first image. Okay. Got it.
We're right after you shouted to Chieftain Kavan. Now the oozing liquid seemed to reverse its flow as Alaric's blood poured out of his body and down the shaft of the spear, splattering onto the ground and forming a massive pool beneath his feet as he fell unconscious. Ragnar quickly grabbed some cloth and expertly fashioned a tourniquet around Alaric's arm, which stopped the bleeding. The barbarian was knocked out, but still breathing and still gripping his weapon. Ragnar attempted to rip the strange spear away. Realizing Ragnar's intention, Juniper ran forth and performed a quick spell, augmenting the Elder Dwarf with her druid magic. As new strength coursed through him, Ragnar yanked at the spear and was shocked that it would not free from Alaric's comatose grip. Thoradin yelled, "Oh no, he's fucking with blood magic, it can't be," as he ran over to assist Ragnar. Ultimately, the combined strength of the 2 mighty dwarves, aided by druid spellcraft, was enough to wrest the spear from Alaric. Thoradin quickly snatched it away and tried to break the wooden spear over his head, but it didn't even slightly bend, and fuck if that didn't hurt. Suddenly, Juniper's nervous-looking magical squirrel, Skirbo, as others would come to learn, materialized and flitted over to the unconscious barbarian. While the glowing squirrel hovered over him for about a minute, the color and life returned to Alaric as he stood up. Immediately, Alaric looked for the spear and demanded it back from the 2 dwarves. He tried to rip it away from Thoradin, but was unable to pull it free. Suddenly realizing his height advantage, Alaric lifted the spear with the young dwarf dangling from it, kicking at him as he was hoisted off the ground, and with one motion, the barbarian flicked Thoradin off the spear into the mud. Meanwhile, Deckard had chased after the parents. Rounding a corner, he found the young couple lying on the ground with big smiles on their faces and an empty pie tins in their laps. Deckard roughly shook the husband, snapping him out of his delirium. The man looked annoyed and started babbling. Deckard said, "Was that your little girl? What'd you have to trade to get those pies?" in an increasing tone of anger. For a moment, the man seemed to realize something, but then immediately went back to looking around for more of the pastries. Deckard grabbed the man and tried to intimidate him, but he was too out of the loop. He cared about nothing but getting more of the dream pastries. Annoyed at this, Deckard punched him squarely in the face, still holding the man off the ground by his shirt. This seemed to get through to him. He babbled, Tess, yeah, she just has to, help the family out a bit. Earn her keep, we don't have enough money for pies, so Tess will go help the old woman make some new pies, and maybe we'll see her in like a week and hopefully get some more pastries. Deckard immediately realized this guy was full of shit and likely never expected to see his daughter again. Still holding the man in his left hand, he berated, scolded, and then pushed his scorching bow to the man's face. This father of the year tried to make some excuse that life in these lands is unbearable and they need the pies just to cope. As he continued to weep and grovel about his daughter, Deckard became fed up and slammed him to the ground. With a bit of a soft crack, he went lifeless in the alley. Deckard, realizing he might have killed the guy, ran back and explained everything to his friends, ending with, "And I punched him too hard and accidentally knocked him out." Thoradin simply replied, "So you're saying there are more pies?" Juniper, hearing that the man was likely bleeding out, summoned Skirbo once again, who immediately restored the villager to full health, chittered a bit angrily, and hurried off into the foliage. However, the pathetic junkie still didn't seem any more concerned about his daughter. Disgusted, the group walked away. Deckard turned and said, "I'm going to find your daughter, but I ain't sure I'm bringing her back to you." As they left the alley, Juniper softly reminded Deckard, "Well, honestly, I don't think it'd be safe to have a kid around this group either. Not the best environment to raise a child." Glancing at Thoradin. I added that part, but I assumed. Deckard, Thoradin, and Juniper discussed the old windmill, whether it had burnt down, and what they were doing with the kids. Back at the square, the rest of the group tended to Alaric as he recovered from his experience. Ragnar pried for more information, but Alaric remained guarded. Spargle was understandably skeptical about the spear and questioned Alaric further, but he remained confident that everything was fine with both him and the artifact. Ragnar suggested to Spargle that he use some magic to examine it further, which he did, and then after a few moments, confidently handed it back to the half-orc, stating, "It doesn't seem to be a dangerous thing." Still, Thoradin and Ragnar both seemed somewhat unnerved about the whole situation. The rest of the party rejoined them at the square. Deckard, seeing the vast pool of blood around Alaric, said, "The fuck happened to you?" Which he replied, "I'm just trying to improve myself, my friend," perhaps implying such a notion might be familiar to the Blood Hunter. Now that they were finally all together, Deckard explained why he was after both the old woman and the young couple, the background about the old hag at the windmill, and ending with, "That crazy woman is collecting children again." He had her branded, and as such, he would always know her direction. There was no hurry to go after the witch. They could regroup with Irina and Vasily and come up with a game plan. Thoradin began a ritual to summon Holyfield, his divine war ram, as they walked back towards the Blue Water Inn. The vibe of the town seemed to have changed dramatically. Some people were partying out in the streets, while others were hurrying back to their homes, locking their doors and windows. The former mostly adorned in black cloaks. They entered the Blue Water Inn. It was late now, but the place was bustling. The Mardikovs were busy attending to an enormous crowd, but neither Irina nor Vasily were there. Erwin confirmed they had not seen them. Spargle explained everything that went down at the square to Erwin. He seemed confused why Vasily and Irina might not have come back as planned. They asked if Vasily had a room at the inn, and Erwin explained that the young lord had a nice place on the other side of town, and he offered a raven to scout it out and then escort them there. At this point, Thoradin's summoning ritual was completed, and a huge, beautiful, but somewhat decayed war ram appeared in the middle of the crowded tavern. Erwin and Thoradin passed a few secret messages back and forth, cawing at each other weirdly from across the bar, and then the dwarf took his steed outside. Deckard interrogated some of the townsfolk who were celebrating in the tavern, and the patrons realized they were the heroes who overthrew Ezek and the Baron. A few of them confided in Deckard that they were part of Lady Wachter's secret book club, as he flashed a bright silver dagger beneath his black robes. They were confident that Lady Wachter would lead the city to prosperity. Deckard snatched a bottle of Great Match No. 3 from the group and then returned to his friends. As he walked away, they gleefully shouted back, "Praise to Wachter House." Erwin's raven scout returned and entered the tavern in his ragged human form. He had circled Vasily's manor and reported no activity. Ragnar suggested they leave the inn immediately and look for Irina, a concerned look on his face. As they left, Erwin agreed to send word if he had heard anything of her and would have his ravens circle the town, kind of scouting for it. The scout then walked out the front door, slipped into the shadows, and emerged as a raven. He guided them to the north side of the city towards a plush manor. Sparkle cast invisibility on himself and Juniper as they went to the back door. Alaric pounded on the front door, shaking the building and knocking the dust off the shutters. There was no answer. After a moment, Thoradin abruptly charged at the front door on the back of Holyfield, slamming right through it, sending a massive cloud of dust into the foyer. Ragnar just shook his head in disgust. Everyone entered the quiet, oddly vacant home. Thoradin, still on Holyfield, cast Divine Sense, while Alaric entered a momentary state of focus, something none of them had seen him do before. Both of them using abilities to sense evil, undead, magic, or fiend, but neither of them detecting anything. The whole house was mostly uninteresting, well furnished but uninhabited. The furniture and decorations seemed deliberately placed but unused, covered in dust, a facade. One interesting thing was a series of 7 odd oil paintings of mythical creatures along the foyer wall. Thoradin took them down, noting that each picture had been fastened to a sturdy hook. Each of the 7 framed paintings had a bronze nameplate with a title. A title of each picture and what was depicted was a werewolf, a gruesome werewolf under a full moon, gnolls, a trio of gnolls fighting over a spear, a beholder, a grinning beholder, trolls, 2 trolls sitting under a tree, kobolds, 5 kobolds around a bonfire, gelatinous cubes, 2 gelatinous cubes patrolling a dungeon corridor, and then 3 dragons in flight. Ragnar was concerned with the image of the kobolds and asked if Alaric's spear had anything to do with such creatures. The barbarian confirmed his recent encounter had nothing to do with those beasts in the painting, and he opened the back door of the mansion looking for Sparkle and Juniper. They popped back into visibility as they all entered the foyer together. Thoradin stood there with a large stack of oil paintings in his hand as they looked at each other in confusion. I'll take us over to the manor. Did you get your sound fixed at all in him? Don't know.
Oh. No, it's fine.
Huh.
It just wouldn't load that first song.
Didn't like that one track.
I played it on Spotify instead. Find an instrumental version. Isn't that what that was?
Yeah. Can't remember who it was by. But yeah. Cool. All right, so does everybody see this? I'm looking at your stream. What's that?
I can't hear well.
Portrait mode on my iPad, it says I have 125 hit points. If I go landscape, it goes back to normal. I don't know what's going on with the NVIDIA.
Wow, that's weird.
Anyway.
Yeah, you don't have 120.
I logged in and I'm like, why do I have 125 hit points? I have 66, but when I go...
That's crazy.
Anyway.
And we have not rested either, right?
No.
We did a short rest at some point.
That's right. We did a short rest
because
because
a while ago, though.
Yeah, I think it was like at the beginning of last session, maybe after the whole soiree at the square.
I think it was a little bit into the session, wasn't it?
I think it was at the end when you guys went back and when Deckard was talking to the townsfolk who were all partying and stuff. You guys kind of spent about an hour in the tavern, just
Right.
kind of hanging out, talking to Erwin and stuff. So we called that a short rest. So if you didn't take a short rest on your sheet or whatever, you can. You get some hit points back and spell slots and stuff like that. So do whatever
Yeah.
you
No,
want.
I'm yeah. I can see that I use hit die and stuff, but
Yeah, but no, it's no long rest. In fact, it's getting pretty close to like midnight. This is still the same day you woke up of the festival.
oh
So,
wow, okay,
there's
yeah.
been a lot going on. The festival was like around noon. You did all that other stuff.
How many days into Perovia are we at this point?
About 15.
Maybe
15.
we
2
should
weeks.
sleep in this house.
Yeah, probably could. It doesn't look like anything's been here, but we're not that far from the
Are there
inn.
any
Still have-
better?
I mean, we haven't like explored the whole. I mean, we just went through the main floor and found the pictures.
True. True.
Like, I don't know if we should just be like, well, fuck it, let's just lay down and sleep. Just yet.
Yeah, we've done worse.
Clear the place first.
Sleep in the woods, in the house. That we don't do. I'd say fuck it. I'd say we sleep, stay the night. Maybe we'll have some weird dreams.
Yeah, I vote also for taking, at least some sort of rest.
Embrace
You guys
the
think we
demons.
should just do it here, or should we head back? Or should we head back to the
Let's
inn?
do it. Let's find a cozy room and we'll take turns doing watches or something. We don't
Okay.
And we'll tell ghost stories too,
Yeah,
lad. We love to tell ghost stories.
I think it would probably be a good idea to at least have somebody post. You know what I mean? Like somebody take turns.
Juniper will go first.
And if you guys want to kind of, well, there might be doors that aren't open or something, but yeah, if you kind of tell me where you guys want to kind of scope around, or if you're just gonna not move around the house and just kind of sleep first in this foyer, that's fine too.
So Thornton starts going up the stairs and he says, let's find a nice bedroom with a big bed where I could sleep for the night.
And you walk up those stairs, and it comes to a little landing with stairs that go up to both sides, the left and right, and they both lead up to identical bedrooms on both sides, and that's really all that's on the second floor. I don't have a map even for the second floor, but that's what it is. On both sides, there's a door, and you see the doors are open right now into bedrooms that look fully furnished, big bed, dresser, stuff like that.
Can I shut the front door? Is it?
You could have if somebody didn't blow it into a bunch of pile of splinters.
Okay, so it's like smithereens then. Okay, I didn't know if it was like.
Well, it's you could probably put the pieces back together and stuff, but it's the door torn apart.
Nah, I'm good with that. I was just curious.
Maybe we'll put up a cloth. We'll put up a nice cloth and we'll,
It's
tape
like a
it up or
doggy
something.
door. It'll be nice.
Yeah, it'll be good.
I
Keep
no,
the draft
no
out.
worries. We're not moving in.
Demons can get in. It's cool.
As long as you cover your feet when you sleep, the demons can't get you, so you'll be fine.
I know that. It's true.
All right, so Thornton goes in this bedroom, and he does he does like in Dumb and Dumber when they get in the bed and he just starts jumping on it, and he's very, very excited to get in the bed.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna draw a map or show you that, but you put yourself at the top of the stairs, and I'll kind of assume you're in the bedroom, bouncing around in the bed, like the scene in the Lord of the Rings.
Totally naked.
Okay, so Alark's pretty tired, and he's gonna.
What'd you do with the painting?
What?
Sorry.
I got him in tow with me.
So they're up in the bedroom. You just threw them on
As
the
I'm
ground.
naked, I have the paintings, and I lean them against the bed on the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, Deckard, we definitely can't have kids here.
Good doubt.
Can't have kids in this house.
With this group.
With this group, apparently you've never seen a naked dwarf
Oh, yeah.
before.
Deckard.
Go ahead. Where are you guys gonna? Where's everybody gonna settle down? Because I'll set up the alarm thing that I typically do, but I just kind of want to do it based off of where people are at.
I was gonna. Alark's gonna go to the front door where it's all busted up, and just kind of sit in the doorway and lean up against the door frame, whatever's left of it, and just kind of rest there.
All right. I'll throw down a roll as well, kind of near you, and I'll set up an alarm over the. I'm gonna lock the back door then, okay, if I can.
Yeah.
Go back to the front door and set up an alarm.
Okay. So you lock the back door. You cast your alarm spell. Around the front entrance?
Yeah, just kind of that. Yep, exactly.
Okay. All right.
And do my omissions of the group.
Everybody in the group. You can admit as many people as you want.
Mhm.
All right.
It doesn't specify.
Well, that all worked.
Finds a couch or a bed and lays down and puts his hat over his face. Just dozes off.
All right. You want me to move you somewhere? Are you going to be like up in a bedroom too, or are you just going to kind of find a corner?
Let me pull it up.
I moved him opposite of Thornton.
Yeah, don't worry about the Roll20 stuff on your iPad, Will.
Oh, I didn't even know it was up. I thought we were.
Oh, you moved me? Thanks. Oh, can you not do Roll20 on your iPad?
I don't know. All right, so Sparkle, I'll move you over. But oh, you did. Okay.
Is that where you want me to be? I don't.
Wherever you want to be. Juniper, what are you doing?
Let's see. She's gonna. Well, I think she's supposed to be taking the first watch, so she's gonna kind of hang out over by the front broken door as well.
Okay. And Ragnar?
Ragnar's going to go check this room out real quick. Just, I don't know what's over here, and I don't like this fog of war.
So you walk over into that room and you see a huge dining room.
So
It is very similar to very similar to the rest of the house in that, and there's doors to the north and the south of the room. Huge table, and it's like that same kind of feeling when you walked in the main room, which is like everything, all the place settings and stuff look like they've been there for ages, covered in dust. The chairs are all like meticulously like arranged. It looks like a furniture showroom. It's a dining room that people use.
okay, from where I'm standing, can I see Sparkle?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to just kind of look at Sparkle and say, lad, if I'm not back in 10 minutes, just wait longer.
All right.
I'm going to just go over here. And wherever the door is, you said there was a door leading south?
Yeah, I drew a little white.
Okay, I see
You
it.
see a little touch of it, yeah.
So I don't want to open it, but I just want to see if I can, like, perceive any noise or anything weird on the other side.
It's completely silent. Big,
Okay.
big, thick wooden doors.
I'm gonna
Sal, did you
open it.
just quote Ace Ventura?
I did.
Okay, I thought so. I'm racking on my brain.
I'm gonna open the door then.
Okay. You open that door, and there you see a game room. So you see some nice leather chairs, a fireplace, a game table, stuff like that. Kind of like
Sal, just so you know, you can smash doors down. You don't have to open them.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind.
Like, what?
All right, and real quick, I'm gonna just saunter over here, and I want to just kind of see if I sense anything on the other side of this.
dead silence.
All right, I'll roll the dice and open that one too.
Okay. You open that room, and it looks like a bit of an office. There's a couple chairs around a table, and then a bigger like writing desk at on the north side.
Okay, I definitely want to check the desk out, and like see if there's anything of interest in there. See what he's got going on.
So make an investigation check.
You got it.
Same
What would you
thing.
add to this?
Even a 12 is good enough, but let me see.
Okay.
You should add. You have an investigation proficiency of 3.
Okay, cool. I see it.
It goes off your int. Yep. So you look through the desk, and same as the other rooms, everything looks really fake, and including like stacks of papers and stuff and pens are just oddly never been used. But you do find under a stack of the papers on the top of the desk, you see a bunch of like torn out drawings of various creatures, like a unicorn, a bat, a couple dragons, like all kinds of weird like creatures.
Are they
Things that
pretty good? Like, are they well done?
they look like they were printed perhaps in a publication or something, various different publications. It looks like somebody that was like the equivalent of ripping out magazine pictures of certain things.
Okay. Those are kind of curious. That's the only thing of note that I see.
That's the only thing in this room that's not almost, bolted down and still in shrink wrap.
All right, I'm going to take those and fold them up and put them in my packet or whatever the hell I carry.
Okay.
Put them with my mapping tools. I'm going to quick go back down to that other room with the billiard stuff. What's this over here? Is there like a table or something?
There's like a little like sort of cabinet beneath a window. All the windows are like shuttered and stuff from the inside, but it's like a little bureau kind of thing under each of those windows where you'd put like, knickknacks or candles or something.
Do I see anything in here that looks like Blinsky might have made it?
Make a perception check.
And that's there's +5 on that.
Damn.
No, you don't notice anything that looks like it was made by Blinsky. In fact, as you're kind of looking around, you realize that while everything here is on the more upper scale or upper class or whatever, it's old. It's very like centuries old.
Oh wow.
This is Vasily's house, right?
It's what we've been told. It was Vasily's house.
Mhm.
Yeah, the Ravens brought you here because they said it was his home.
Okay. I guess that concludes my investigation. I'm gonna just go over here and mess up all these pool balls, like make a real mess of them.
Bite into one of them. See what happens.
No, I don't want to do that.
Could be a key in there.
Is there? And can I just look under the billiard table?
Yep, you can see clear under it. It's just got typical sort of legs and stuff, and there's a rug underneath it, an Oriental rug, like,
Oh,
and but yeah, nothing under the table.
And a
All
trapdoor to a rancor pit, but whatever.
Okay, I'll just go chill with Sparkle.
Ooh, somebody's sleepy, huh, Will?
Oh, Winston, yeah.
Hey,
Aw.
Dan, just out of dude, that's cute. That the doorway there, those things, those little rooms on either side of the door, is that like just a extension
Where?
of the
Show me again.
foyer?
Or can you ping it or whatever?
I was just thinking, like, okay, so this is the entrance way, right? Like, and that's the
Right.
actual front door.
Right.
What are these two things here on either side of those? Yeah, thank you for the boobs.
Nice. They're like little closets, like
Okay.
coat closet type of things.
Okay. And there's a door into each one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just I'll take a glance in each of those.
They seem really empty.
Okay.
There's really not anything in them.
Unremarkable. Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna go right back and settle down. I was just curious as to what did we lose.
It was Willie.
Wee Willie Winky.
You got issues going on there, Will? You're bouncing in and out.
I think I accidentally called Amber. Like I hit a button on my thing, and I think I accidentally tried the video button.
Yeah, I was super confused for a second there, but I figured it, it's just technical issues.
Sorry, Matt. I was trying to side chat your girl.
That's okay.
No offense.
Take her off my hands.
Rude and hurtful.
Give me a fucking break. Oh shit, I wasn't muted. Shit.
All right, so Alaric, are you kind of like taking watch, or are you sleeping? And everybody's sleeping with the alarm spell kind of around the front door.
No, I mean, so he Alaric was going to offer to watch first, but then after Juniper did, he decided that it probably would be a good idea to get some rest because he's pretty beat up. But no, yes, he is sleeping. Sorry, but
Okay.
it wasn't like he was trying to get real comfortable. He was just like kind of concerned with the open doorway.
Right. Kind of like a cautious sleep by the front door, not going upstairs and snuggling up and under the covers like your dwarf
Right.
friend here.
Oh wow.
Hey man, more power to you. Alaric just can't do it.
Excuse me, DM. You should be strictly down the middle. You shouldn't be making judgment.
I have to be unbiased. All right, hey, I gotta take a piss. So let's just say you guys go into your long rest. If you guys want to take a 2-minute break, I'll be right back.
Oh, I'm gonna get a snack. Is that okay?
Yep.
I really want to figure out why this music stopped again.
How's business, Adam?
I mean, like overall, it's been okay, not real bad. The last couple weeks have been shitty.
Yeah.
It's pretty. I mean, pretty normal. End of January, beginning of February sucks for us unless we have really bad weather. If it was like
Right.
fucking 5 degrees out and
Yeah.
8 inches of snow every 3 days, we would be slamming. But like, no snow on the roads, not that cold.
Yeah. No, I need to get in next week. I had to look at my calendar tomorrow. I had no time this week, but I need to know. I'm at like 58,000.
So your
It's like-
check engine light never came on?
No.
Car seemed to run fine?
Yeah, dude, just that one time it was doing that clicking, and then I turned it off for a minute to go into the hotel and came back out, and it was gone.
Was the car warmed
Just
up?
that.
Or was it a cold start?
It was a pretty cold start.
Okay.
But it was still weird. It was clicking, and then when I moved it, because I moved in the parking lot to like go around to pick up the luggage, and like even when I sped up, it would go click, 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 click. Like it was not right.
Well, even if it had a what they would call like a pending trouble code, like if the computer was like, hey, there is something going on here, but we're not really sure if it's a problem. What it does is it'll store it as a pending code. It won't actually trigger the check engine light.
Got
So
it.
what I can still do is I can still plug my diagnostic tool into it and pull codes and stuff and just see if anything was
Okay.
thrown.
Yeah, I need an oil change anyway. Like,
Are you
Dude,
overdue on your oil change?
no, I'm 1,000 miles before it.
Okay.
Which is crazy, dude, because the last time I got an oil change was in March. That's how little I've driven because of COVID.
Yep.
All right. Matt, not back yet.
Mm-mm. Will, does Deckard not have a last name?
He has a last name. No one's ever asked.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, it's so funny that like little dumb shit that people forget in this game. Doug made sure to always point that out for us.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, there's
You
a
didn't-
revealing
you didn't ask the
aspect of
guy's name.
Deckard
You didn't.
that will come out at some point.
Huh.
I mean, it will require a little bit of metagaming on at least your part, and you may or may not pick up on it. But
I'm back.
Clear my cache.
I don't know. I'm looking.
as a
at-
matter of fact, there's an actual reason his name is Deckard, and when you find out why, you're going to. Everyone in this group is going to love it, specifically Adam and Matt.
I'm back.
Well, Deckard. I mean, if I had to guess, I assume it's a Diablo reference. No, I mean, because that's what I know the name Deckard from.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Blade Runner reference.
It is
I
Blade
did-
Runner.
Oh, it is.
Well, no. I mean, Deckard is in Blade Runner, but there's another Deckard that you guys aren't thinking of.
While you ponder that, you want me to resume? Is everybody
Oh,
back?
yeah, go ahead.
I'm back.
Yep, I'm good to go.
Ponch, Amber?
Yep.
I don't know if Ponch is back yet. He usually has his video on.
Is he done banging his?
Shaw.
Sorry, guys.
That's your last name.
That's
isn't
right.
it?
I just got.
No.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
All right. So everybody completed a long rest.
Hold, I don't know who's talking. Sorry, stop. I don't have any sound. I don't understand what's going on.
You having some issues tonight, boy.
It's a perfect opportunity for me to say what a shitty friend Adam is. Easily the worst of the little stories.
Totally.
Easily.
He is the worst
Easily.
of the stories.
It goes Noah, Timmy, Dan, and then Adam.
But what? No, I'm doing nothing. My AirPods didn't die, and they just stopped working. What is that?
Wait, why is Tim ahead of me? Well, that's bullshit right there.
Oh, while your dwarf friend cuddles up under the covers upstairs.
Hey, man, because he goes on
2 to
bomb
3.
trips to the Caribbean or wherever he was.
2 to 3, right there, Dan.
Yeah, you're right.
Dan, you never have a problem with your AirPods cutting out.
Yes,
I do all the time, Adam.
What the fuck is
I have
that?
to like toggle
Something
my
with Discord.
Adam, I
I
can guarantee
have
you what it is. I'll tell you what it is. Do you have Bluetooth on your phone on?
I do.
Turn Bluetooth on your phone off because the Apple things are just like,
Okay.
oh, he's got a phone. Let's use the phone instead of the Bluetooth on the computer.
My
No, I get
work
that.
laptop is a Mac. It does that all the time. It jumps to my phone all the time until I
Okay,
turn the
that's a good
Bluetooth
idea.
off.
I never even thought.
So
to try
my
that.
AirPods did that for a long time. So eventually I got so sick of it that I got out of my car and I smashed them on the ground. And I don't have AirPods anymore because I got so mad. And now I use Jabra Elite. So that's the end of that.
So your AirPods don't give you trouble anymore, right?
No, that's problem solved.
No problems if they don't.
And then
work
I
anymore.
found out the problem after it. So
All right.
All right.
So you guys got a long rest. Totally uneventful. Alaric, you noticed that at around midnight, as you guys were laying down, it was very quiet in town. You know, you're sitting by the door. There was a little bit of shouting and partying and stuff before midnight, but then it was as silent as ever, despite what went down previous day. And you wake up. Sparkle, your alarm spell never went off. No one heard a thing. In fact, some of you slept better than you have in a long time.
All right.
And you wake up, you got your long rest,
And you're level 8.
still in this house. Sorry.
And I think we should claim this house as our own because it's awesome.
Yes.
We
Yeah,
should
really,
claim
no one
this
else-
house.
damn.
We should claim this house.
I know a
Get a
Lark
new door.
hasn't seen it, but when Ragnar was going around scouting it out, the fact that there's a pool table?
It's pretty
Is
nice.
there
Yeah.
actually a pool table? That's
This
cool.
should be-
It's
become our
It's
headquarters.
old though.
Hell yeah.
Okay, well, Jennifer's taking
I'm not
apart the
against
lily
that.
pads.
Check the balls. I guarantee you they're hollowed out and there's drugs in them.
Hey, Dan, can I check out this door and open it up and see what's
Yeah.
in there?
Yeah. And yeah, by the way, this is the nicest house you've been in or seen in all of Barovia, next to, it's probably fourth behind. The Baron's mansion was the biggest, nicest house you've seen. Lady Wachter's mansion was pretty fancy and upscale. The Burgomaster's mansion in the village of Barovia, where Irina and Ismark's dad had died, that was a nice one. But this is up there with all of them. Sparkle, you walk over to double doors on this side of the building, which are right between all those paintings, and you open it up to what looks like a huge library
Oh,
with
Ooh.
Like-
Ragnar's gonna follow him.
bookshelves and everything, but still in total full-on IKEA mode. All the books are bullshit. They're all like they're not real books. They're made to look like bindings and stuff on the thing. So you kind of look around, you
just
realize
placeholders, huh?
there aren't actual real books, except in the bottom on the south side here, you see what looks like a really heavy wooden desk. I mean, like real thick. It's got a couple books open on it that just are whatever random bullshit books that look ancient. But then right in built into this heavy oak desk is a set of like ivory dials that you can spin to be different letters of the alphabet. And there's 7 of them in a row.
Oh.
Okay.
And they're built into-
And on the table, there's
Yeah.
7 of these dials.
Yeah. It's about a 6 foot wide, big, heavy, almost one solid chunk of like some ancient oak. But then in the middle, top kind of back set into the wood are these ivory like rollers that you can like spin to like different letters. Right now they just have the letter A across them.
How
Can I
many
ask
pictures
you
were
a
there?
question?
How many pictures were there?
7.
There were
That's
7.
what I was going to ask. What?
Yeah, and,
what-
and
the-
there was a different number of characters or creatures or beings in those pictures.
was there an
There was
order?
like 3 dragons. There was like a trio of gnolls. There was a solo
Yeah.
werewolf.
Yeah.
Ooh.
so on
I'm
and so forth.
Right.
I'm going to try this. I'm going to do 1, 3, 1, 2, 5, 2, 3 on those dials.
Well, they're letters.
Oh, they're letters. Oh, then that throws things off.
Someone was.
What about
Marvel playing-
W, G, B, T, K, G, D? I'll start with that.
Say it again.
W, G. I'm just doing werewolf, gnoll, beholder, the first letter. Just I don't know what it could be. I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
I'm thinking the
deduce
same thing.
the thing about what it could potentially be. But
But
the fact that it matches the same number of dials makes me think it's associated with the pictures.
Juniper looks over at him doing that and kind of gives him this like pitying look, and she goes, "Can't you read? That doesn't spell anything."
It does. It spells Wugubadutugada.
God bless you. So you spin the dials and you realize, and they don't spin freely at first. They feel it's sort of like that. It's hard to get it to move, and it's sort of like stuck. You know what I mean? And then you kind of like unstick it, and then they kind of spin a little more freely, and they click as you spin them. And yeah, you go sort of dial in the first letter of each of those paintings, but nothing happens.
Hmm.
There's 7 dials, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, can you, if you guys want to move, whoever went in there can move
I'm
yourself
sorry.
to the desk.
Are they like right? Like if I were to go here, is that like assuming that's where they're at?
Yep, right in front of you.
Okay, so I do. Yeah, I called you guys and I'll be like, hey, check this out. And I'm like, I don't know if this has something to do with the pictures. I just tried the first letter of the creatures. I mean, I could try like moon, spear. I don't know what I would do for that beholder. Tree, bonfire, corridor. I don't know.
Well, hang on. How many? I think if we look, I liked Alaric's idea. Alaric had a good idea, which is maybe from left to right, it's 1 to 7, and the letter that corresponds with
With the number.
That's
So,
that's
like,
what I
A,
wanted
B,
to try
C,
next.
D,
Was
E,
exactly
F,
that.
G,
So like,
H.
right. So like 1 would be the werewolf,
Hey.
because it doesn't go in order. So 1 would be
Right.
the werewolf, which is how we started. So I guess W. 2 would be T for trolls. 3 would be G for gnolls. 4 would be. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we missed something here. But there isn't a 4. There's 2 trolls and there's 2 gelatinous cubes.
It would. Would you? I'm not sure. I'm picking. They're letters, not numbers, right? You said, and you're
Right,
you're
but
saying.
I'm saying for the 4th one in order.
Well, let me ask you this: were those paintings that that we said the title of each picture and what it depicted was that? Were they laid out in that order too, Dan? Was the first picture on the left werewolf, second gnolls, beholder, or is there a different order to those?
I put them in the order, like I'm pinging it now. This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you saw me ping all that. So they were
So
kind of
the order
that
it
was
was
the
in
order.
was okay.
Left to right, 1 through 7. All right.
Hey Dan, quick question.
Yes.
How do you spell Vasily?
Uh,
Is it Asilli?
it's 1 S and 1 L.
Okay. So then
How
that
many
wouldn't
letters
work.
is that?
Not enough.
6.
I thought it was 2 L's. That could have been 7.
Yeah, I get it wrong all the time, and I always have to look it up. But it's 1 S and 1 L. I think I wrote it wrong in some of the recaps, but
Okay, so what about this? This might be a stretch. So we have something for 1, which is 1 werewolf. We have something for 2. Wait a minute.
Beholder is also 1.
Yeah, Beholder is also 1. All right, I'm total. We're off on this, Will.
I
Hey,
was also
so
thinking about like
I
what's
was trying
in
to
the
think. I was
picture.
trying to think the gelatinous cube being a cube.
Jennifer pipes up in the back. Barovia has 7 letters.
Why not? I'm like when I'm getting suggestions, I'm going to try it. I'm not going to sit there and debate it. I'm going to be like, so I'll try Barovia. I was also going to. I'll let you answer if that works first before I.
so you dial in Barovia, you don't see anything happen.
What about
there-
Wachter?
You do that, Punch?
Yeah, sure.
Nothing happens.
is there
Okay.
anything on the back of the paintings? So Thornton wakes up, finally. And
Oh yeah.
he throws some pants on.
Oh,
Nice change of pace. Grabs all the paintings. And he starts going down the stairs. And he doesn't see anybody in the foyer. So he goes, where is everyone? Where did y'all go? And then as he's going down, I guess he could see that there's commotion happening in that room. So he takes paintings with him, obviously, and he comes in and he's aware of what's going on. Now, assuming they bring him up to speed, we'll cut that out. Are there anything on the back of the paintings? Are there any numbers?
nope. The paintings are all the same size. They're 18 by 24. They have wooden frames that don't look interesting in any real regard. There's bronze plaques at the bottom of each painting, and in big bold letters is the name of the painting. And on the back, it's just like it's nothing. No, there's exposed back of the painting. Looks like the same artist probably did them all. They're all oil paintings, and they're all of these mythical creatures that most of them you haven't ever seen even in Barovia or heard of being in Barovia. Some of the creatures none of you have even seen back in Faerun.
This is some mist shit.
I'm gonna try.
Seventh guest.
I'm gonna just try MSB TBDF.
You plug that in and nothing happens.
Okay, and then I'm gonna switch the D to C and see if that does anything different.
Nope.
I was trying to do objects also, like, because there's a moon and a spear and a tree and a bonfire. Shit. You don't think it has anything to do? I mean, I don't know about the numbers. You know what I mean? Like the fact that there's 1, 3, 1, 2, 5, 2, 3.
What's Irina's last name?
Oh, that's a good one. I was looking at her first name, and that's only 6 letters. But
what's their last name? I'm looking at the
It's
handouts.
long,
and shit.
right? Baron
It's Coralia or something.
Kobanovich or something weird. Or
Yeah.
Sam Swanson?
Samsonite.
Swami?
Swanson, Swami.
Samsonite. We were way off.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we've never talked about this, but it's Kolyanovich or Koljanovic. Was Ismark's last name. And I'm not even going to get it right here, but there's some kind of weird thing with surnames in Barovia where it's like if you're the male head of household, you take your father's name, but otherwise you take like, it's kind of like a maiden name kind of thing.
I see it right here. Irina Kolyana in the handouts.
Yeah.
That's 7 letters. Pick them up.
Try that for sure.
Yeah.
I'd try that
Oh,
for
dude,
$1.
she's like the mythic keystone here.
Yep.
If this works.
Nothing happens.
All right, so Thornton starts peeing on the pictures to see if anything gets revealed. When
What was
No.
Scully's last name too?
Von Holtz
Holtz.
or Von Holt or something.
Von Holtz. Yeah, that's one too many.
So let's think about this. Each painting has an amount of creatures in it. So let's assign. So like if it's one thing, make that the first letter of the alphabet, A. If it's 3 things, make it C. Let's just try that for the hell of it. I don't have the handout.
So Beholder and Werewolf are both 1 in that case. So do we pick the Beholder or the Werewolf for A?
No, just
Right.
do
No,
it
but what
in
he's
order.
saying is they would both be A.
Yeah, do it in order. It doesn't have to make a word.
No, it doesn't have to make a word, but there's 2 pictures that show 1 creature.
Yeah, that's fine. So make them both A. In the order that they were hanging. I don't have the
Right.
thing in front of me.
Yeah, he's saying the number in the picture refers to a letter of the alphabet. So like 1 would be A.
Well, then aren't we going to be short?
Well, yeah. So it would
Well, we could also associate the first letter with. Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
Somebody get Robert Langdon on the phone. Oh my god.
There's 7
just try
paintings.
it real quick.
So
First one,
A,
A.
C, G, whatever it is.
Fucking Da Vinci Code shit.
You want me to actually put? Hang on. You want me to do that, Dan?
What's the name of this place?
Hell?
Who owns this house? Why did we come here? I can't remember the
Vasily.
name.
Silly. Because we were looking for Irina.
That
So
blood
took
magic
Arena.
is making your memory weak, lad.
Right.
Remember the Falcone said that the Falcon people said that this was Vasily's Van Helsing's house.
Yeah, we sent.
That's
Irina with
what they
the-
said. That's
Right. Okay.
what they
okay.
said.
all right,
but
all right.
yeah.
So, shit. Okay. So I'm doing the. Hang on 1 second. Let me just finish it here. So what you're saying is because the number is 1, I'm using the O, which is or is A. Basically. Or I'm sorry, one is A.
Right.
One werewolf is A. Two
Okay.
beholders is B.
So three
Three
a
would be
trio
C.
of gnolls we're using then for C, correct?
Right.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm going to follow that. So I guess that'll be, A, C, A. Let's see, what was the next one? 2.
And if that don't work, we'll try the
B,
Konami code.
You know what I mean? And then E.
Up, down, down.
Justin Bailey.
B, C.
A C A B E B C.
Yeah, basically following that. Yeah, the one being A, the trio, 3 being C, one beholder would be A again, 2 trolls would be B, 5 kobolds would be E, right? 2 again B, 3 would be C.
Yep. You type that in and nothing happens.
Some bitch.
Try feather.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
It's gonna drive me nuts.
Did we try Vistani?
Okay, wait. Here,
Did we?
Here,
Do that?
let me-
I'm
let me
losing
ask-
track of what the fuck we've tried now.
Yeah.
You tried WTG and then gave up. You tried Barovia, Wachter, MSB, TCDF, Kolyana. You tried ACAB, EBC, Feather. If you try Vistani, it doesn't work.
is there anything else on those books that are open on the table? Is there anything from a print on those that are open? Is there anything besides these dials on this? You know what I mean? You said all these books are fake. Are there?
The books are the books that are on the table are, and there's like 2 of them, look like encyclopedia for creatures and beasts and fauna and stuff.
Really into animals. You had those pictures upstairs.
So Ragnar takes those
Uh,
out, those pictures out, and puts them on the table.
Yeah,
So everybody can
good
look at
call. And did you grab all of them?
This is all that was there.
Okay.
I found this
Hey Dan,
up
you
in the
mentioned that we
office.
tried WTG and gave up.
Or maybe No, I'm sorry. I stopped
That
writing.
was when I was
You
like,
wrote down WGBTKGD. You did the first letter of each painting, and that
Okay, got it.
Let me do the same thing, but change it to C instead of G.
That doesn't do anything.
Yeah. All right.
I fan out all the pictures that I took from upstairs. Can we just re-go over what they are?
Yeah, that's in the Obsidian Portal thing. So it's 1 werewolf, 2 gnolls, 3. Well, no, I'm
No,
sorry.
No, the pictures from upstairs though
In
are
the
different.
office. It's like a unicorn, a dragon.
Yeah. Were there any matches, or were there like anything different, or you know what I mean?
Oh,
Okay, so you grabbed 6 pictures out of that. They're loose leaf sort of torn out pictures. It was a manticore. One was a yeti. One was a 3-headed dog. One was a werewolf. One was a basilisk. And the other one looked like a giant ape of some sort.
Type in Ragnar goes to the dials. Type in monster.
Okay.
You spin that in and nothing happens.
What was the one after Manicore? You said before 3 Dog.
Manticore, Yeti,
Yeti.
Cerberus looking 3-headed dog.
Yeah.
These don't have titles and stuff. These are just pictures that were torn out.
And I may not even know what those are, right?
Yeah, but for out of character's sake, it's a Manticore, a Yeti, Cerberus, werewolf, a basilisk, and a giant ape.
Ape.
I just.
It is
I
interesting.
don't know what the answer is, but I really feel like the detail that we've gotten from all of the pictures has to be some
I think
kind of
you're right.
clue, right? It's got to be.
Got to be, yeah.
It's 7,
Got to be tied
right?
to that.
There's 7.
Yeah. Right.
The werewolf was the only thing that, if it were 7, letter monster, werewolf was the only duplicate. Right?
Right. Because we have 2 1s.
That's 8 letters.
Trolls
so.
is 2. A trio of gnolls. Yeah, we're missing. Yeah.
Wait, are any of those creatures in that list? Let's see. Werewolf's 8.
2, 3.
Gnolls is 6. Beholder. Now 8. 1, 2. Kobolds. I do kobolds.
Kobolds you type in and it doesn't do anything.
All right.
And
I'll
isn't
do dragons.
isn't there a center?
Dragons. Yeah, do
isn't there,
dragons next.
I'm gonna do dragons.
Dragons doesn't do anything.
Vampire.
Isn't there
Vampire
something
doesn't
with
do anything.
weapons in each one, like a spear and?
You know what? I'll paste them into just for peace.
I'm looking at those cards that we were shown a long time ago.
So, is there anything living, like any animals, or their little toads by the pond, or birds outside, or a cat wandering around, anything like that?
In this vicinity?
I mean, and it's like if Juniper were to be wandering kind of from room to room while everybody's preoccupied with the desk, and she's just looking for any kind of like signs of life.
Yeah, you're not seeing anything inside of this building.
Maybe there's some clues in this library. I mean, we get a bunch of fake books, but is it possible there's anything from the titles on those fake books? Is there anything from? That's what I was hoping, that maybe one of the open books on the table, but maybe it's not that easy.
If you look through the books, you don't see anything outside of those sort of like fake ones.
They're just fake with no real like letters or. All right.
Hey Dan, I want to, Deckard wants to investigate. He starts rolling through the letters on each wheel. Make an investigation check to see if, like, on each wheel, I can note, like, I notice like a specific letter seems more worn out, or, like used more, or more. Trying to find if I can sense any element of each wheel that seems more used, or something along those lines.
Yep. Go ahead and make an investigation check. I get what you're saying.
$14 plus, I think it's plus 0, but let me check. Yeah, 14.
Again, you get advantage if you're recalling information about Fae, Fiends, and Undead. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a straight up 14. You kind of, you spend some time kind of looking through, seeing if any of them look like discolored differently or have some extra like wear and tear on them, and you don't notice anything.
It's worth a shot.
What's Ragnar's going to move up here and check this fog of war up here out?
Yep.
Is there a door?
So when you go down that way, and you find it very odd that this is just a hallway with little windows into the garden area off to this side, off to the left here.
Is there a way that I can get in there from here?
No, this those little notches there are like windows that you can look from the hallway out into the.
Oh, that's to the left. What about to the right? Is that a room?
To the right, it's just a blank wall.
Can I run my hand along the wall and investigate?
Yep. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
It's going to be +3.
You look around and you're looking for anything out of place, any notches or levers or anything. You don't find anything like that. Banging on the wall though, it's hollow behind it. So it's clear to you that there's a room behind the wall, but from this side of the hallway, you don't see any way to get in.
So it's hollow. What does the wall seem to be made out of?
It's the same construction as the rest of the house, so big, heavy wood, old,
Like, do they have
old
sheetrock in Barovia? Or
mahogany kind of wood. No,
okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go grab my super friends, and I'm just gonna let them know, lads. It seems there's another room. There's a hollow wall. Maybe the big guy can bust through it. I'm gonna let them know, and I'm gonna run back, all excited. Anybody gonna follow me?
Yeah, Juniper's interested. She's,
Yeah, sure.
kind
I'll
of
go with
excited. She's like moving along at a pretty quick pace behind him.
Yeah, I'll go with you too.
Gonna hang out in the library still.
Alaric is obsessing over the puzzle.
So is Deckard.
As I'm running
Like,
down,
I don't even hear or see anything anybody else is doing.
Hey,
I
Deckard
go
starts
as
playing-
I walking by. I say to Alaric, I go try Piccolo, Velaki, Belinsky, and then I'll run after.
Oh, I
Deckard
like that.
starts playing with the dials, and he does W T G K. No, hang on. So there's 7. Because here's what I'm wondering: like, there's werewolf is alone, beholder.
So is Beholder.
So I'm wondering if those are the bookends. So like werewolf, and then there's 2 of 2. So trolls and cubes is 2.
Oh,
So
I
let's-
see what you're doing.
1, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In
That sounds
order.
right.
So basically, the same letters, but prioritize the orders determined by the number of them.
Right. So it goes 1.
That's a good
2,
one. I like
3,
this.
5, 3, 2,
Right.
1.
Okay. Yeah. Try that.
And there's 2
But
ways
then
to
you-
try that.
You could alternate the duplicates, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly. So you can. I guess there's multiple combinations there, but I guess I'll
I
just try.
never thought of it that way.
Yeah, that's good too.
So Dan, I guess I'll put it to you. There's multiple combinations we can do in that order, where it goes a picture with the first letter of the beast or monster, in the order of how many there are in each picture. So I don't know if you want me to go through all of them or if you
Yeah. Please explain, because
Yeah. So for example, there's 2 pictures with 1 beast or monster. There's 2 pictures with 2 beasts or monsters. There's 2 pictures with 3, and there's 1 of 5. So what we're thinking is going like with the letter, like 1, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 1. Does that make sense?
Yep. So let's see.
So you
So
could do like W.
yep.
It would go like
W or B.
W
Yep.
T G K D C B.
Okay, I hear what you're saying there. You plug that code in, nothing happens. Also, the other ones that you guys mentioned, I'll assume you tried them all and they didn't work.
Got it. So like every combination of like that wouldn't work.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Shit.
Dan, so on the walls where I grabbed the pictures, I know we said there was some ornate hooks. Are there any markings or any differences between the hooks where the pictures were hung? Any discernible differences from the positions? Any markings on the wall?
Make an investigation check.
Sure.
I'd like to leave this nightmare.
14.
They're just hooks.
What about our wall? When do we get to the?
I think there's a clue behind that wall.
Is there? Yeah, let's search the wall. Is there anything that looks like there's like a latch or anything that?
Ragnar searched it thoroughly, and the walls from this side where Ragnar and Juniper are solid. They're solid and they're thick, and they're not like there's no seams. They're not like panels. It's very thick, heavy construction.
So, is there a door up here? Like
No.
north of it? No.
No.
And then what about in like this area? Was this a hallway that goes around from the front?
Yeah. Let me see. I don't know what you guys did there,
Like-
but yes, that's what it was. It's sort of like it goes around sort of like almost the outside. Those are all the outside windows. It's like a little almost like sort of palisade around the outside of the mansion that you can look out
And
into the
can I go over
outside.
here? Like, what do I notice over here?
I'm
Oh.
gonna just say I'm following him too.
Yeah, very similar to the other side of the room of this same room. Big, thick, heavy wooden walls. And I'm talking like you're guessing that it's like 12 inches thick of solid wood. You know, it's not even like panels or boards. It's more like, you know, big, heavy duty construction.
So this area that's still blacked out, we have not seen anything. I mean, I'm not trying to, but like from the shape of the building and all that kind of stuff, where Ragnar is standing, what's in front of him? It's just kind of black.
Just
Is that just a wall?
Thick, solid wall. From the outside where Juniper and Spargo came in earlier, you noted that there was a front room there that had like windows and stuff, but they're all like boarded up.
So there's got
Hey,
to be.
Dan, can I give you a code real quick to see? Can
Yeah.
I try to put it on the table while
Yep,
they're
yep.
doing
Yeah.
WOBRLEA.
Give it to me again.
WOB as in boy, RLEA.
Oh, I see what you did there. You went with the number in it, and then that coincided with the
corresponding
letter. Yeah. In the original word. That's a good idea. I didn't think of that.
Okay, so can you put that into Roll20?
Yeah.
The string of characters so everybody can see it. That does not work.
Is that
Ragnar's
spelling?
What were you doing there? What was your?
I'll let Will explain it. I see what you were doing though. Like W was for one, and it was the first letter of werewolf. Knowles was a trio, so the third letter of Knowles was O.
Oh, I gotcha. Yep.
And he just did it in that order.
I gotcha.
Because that was what the order that they were hanging up in.
Now, does that spell anything? Do those?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
We've got a severe lack of vowels in even if we wanted to reorder the 7 creatures
lack
too.
of vowels. We have 3 vowels.
3 vowels.
Not in that particular one. I meant in
Oh.
if we were going at the first letter of things too. I was just trying to like on that train of thought about we had the right things but the wrong order.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's like that can spell something.
Dan, I'm cast Detect Magic and then kind of start walking around.
You don't detect. Oh, so wait, hold on. How does Detect Magic work? I always forget if it's line of sight or if you can see through walls and stuff.
I
30
think you can
feet
see through
up.
walls. I think it's a radius.
Well, some of it says
Sense. But so it's weird. It says you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature in or object in the area.
that means I think you have to have line of sight on it already. So if there was like a magic amulet in a drawer, I don't think you'd see like. Would you see like a glowing through the drawer?
But doesn't that imply to see the aura and not the sense the presence of magic? To me, it feels like the first part is
So the spell, no, and then it says the spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal,
there you go.
1 sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. Okay. Regardless, you don't detect anything magical.
All right.
okay. And if I walk around, like, and go back into the library and stuff, and walk around where the paintings are, you know what I mean, during the duration.
Yeah, because you can concentrate on it for like 10 minutes and just kind of like walk around, right? And maintain
I'm going to basically walk the perimeter, walk around the house. Basically, I'm going to walk our areas, and also kind of, if I can, even if I have to go outside, circle around that area that we can't get in.
Okay. I'll say that you're kind of doing that. You haven't detected anything yet.
Okay.
So we'll let everybody do other
Do their
things.
stuff. Yep.
You're kind of doing that, and so far you haven't detected anything magical.
Do beholders have a set amount of eyes, or is that
No,
random?
it's just a single eye.
Oh.
Well, but they have those other eye things.
Right.
Are
They
you
have
trying
like
to
a main
figure out
eye.
what to do, Adam?
Right, they have a main eye, but then they got all those tendrils. Is that a set
Whoa.
amount of the?
Yeah, I think it's 7.
What'd you say, Will?
Are you trying to make a word out of those letters too?
I am, but I can't.
I can't either.
Yeah, there's not many words that come from that. Blah blah blah.
But-
blah.
Well, I'm wondering if it's a name that we've seen or.
Well, that's what I was trying to think of, because like I was trying to unscramble those letters,
Yeah.
but I'm thinking we need to unscramble those letters and come up with something from the game, and I don't think
Yes.
I don't think it's just like an actual fucking word. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think it's
I agree.
fantasy
I think
thing.
it's like a place or a person or from Barovia or from this place we're in.
While they do that, can I check out these windows that you said were boarded up?
Smash them.
Well, that's probably going to be the plan.
Well, I'm sorry. This way there aren't windows. These little things here are windows, and these are windows. Sorry, I can.
Is there a way I can get to the exterior of the house
Oops.
and basically be kind of like here?
Yep. Oh yeah, of course.
I'm going
Yep,
to I'm going to go outside and do that.
Okay. Yeah, you see from this side, there's this. You don't really see anything here. This is actually a thick cement wall from that side, but try to see what you guys are seeing because I want to make sure. Yeah, but from over here, it kind of looks like the windows that are around the rest of the house. They're shuttered from the inside. Yeah.
Okay. So where I am, is there are there other houses around me? Are there people around me?
Yeah, you're on kind of like almost like a cul-de-sac area of 4 or 5 nicer homes that are. This is the nicest of them, but they're all like these old, like exquisite sort of mansions on this little section of town.
Is there anyone looking at me right now?
Nope. It's actually really quiet over on this side.
What time of day is it?
It's early morning, barely past dawn.
Okay. Can I see if I have Smith's tools. I want to kind of see if I can discreetly kind of like punch a hole in a window or something. and see what I can do with that without making too much of a commotion.
Okay. Yeah, make like an attack. Like an attack roll.
Okay.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Oh wait, roll your like d20 for your attack.
Oh yeah, duh.
Like a straight up like attack. Okay. All right, you take these Smith tools out and you're trying to like cautiously like pop the window. And you immediately break through glass and hit the like shutter behind it. And then you can tell by the way you hit the shutter that it doesn't budge, meaning that there's something very solid behind those shutters.
Shit, we got to get in
You know
there.
what I mean? Like if you broke through the glass, you'd expect like the shutter itself to like
avoid.
kind of like vibrate or give way, but you kind of broke through the glass and it was like hitting a 2-foot thick brick wall.
Can I kind of clear some of the glass away so I don't slice myself up?
Yeah, you can easily sort of just like bust off all the glass now and just brush it away.
Okay. And I just want to like push on these shutters just to see if it's like maybe a piece of furniture or if it's actually a wall.
Yep. And I won't make you roll on this at all. Once you kind of like are able to like wedge through like you find like a shutter where you can kind of like get through a little bit, and then when you push through there, it is a solid chunk of something.
Wow.
Shit.
Does it seem, can I get a sense of what it's made out of?
You would guess some sort of stone.
Great. Okay.
So Juniper goes over to him and kind of conspiratorially, she says, "Have you ever thought about gorilla? Because gorillas are really strong and it could probably push whatever's in there over. I can turn you into a gorilla and you can push it over."
You could turn me into a gorilla?
I can turn you into a gorilla.
What's a gorilla?
It's
Does it look
it's
like
an
Thorin?
animal. I'm sorry, what?
Does it look like Thorin?
Oh, I've never actually seen one before. However, I have read about them, and they have lots of hair, and they're very strong, and I'm pretty sure they're always naked, so yes.
How long would it last?
Let me look at my spell book. So she pulls out her book.
I have a couple
Up
ideas
to
on
1
the
hour.
puzzle whenever you guys are ready for that again.
If it lasts longer than an hour, you will have to consult with the doctor.
Throw them in chat if you're standing there.
If you got something, Matt, throw it out there.
In chat, okay.
Chat or roll 20 if you guys want to just
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that.
Whoever's back at the table is
Yep.
just trying different combos. I'm fine with that.
I'll wait till I get back because I have some too. If I'm walking around the perimeter and I see her turning into a gorilla, I am probably going to pause to witness this, though.
I'm looking it up to see if I can actually turn him into a gorilla because I didn't check the CR rating on it first.
I bet you can. I'm trying to think because the CR is not terrible on those. Giant gorilla is different than gorilla.
Oh. I was hoping for a pretty big gorilla.
The giant ape is huge, though. I mean, we'd be like, neighbors would probably notice.
Like King Kong, which will be the
Yeah.
worst movie ever, according to Dan Crocus. Versus Godzilla.
Let's see.
Which the trailer was sick if anybody watched it.
I haven't yet.
It's gonna be
Oh,
Yeah,
my.
neither.
gonna be terrible.
Insane.
No, it's gonna be the worst movie ever. Trust me.
Worst thing ever created, actually, in history
What
of
is?
mankind.
Every
Godzilla versus
movie that ever comes out.
Godzilla. Godzilla versus King Kong.
Alaric,
Work?
you try that code and it does not work.
Okay.
I feel like we're onto something there, or I'm just going down a path that's pointless.
This is driving me bananas.
Well, maybe we have a gorilla to eat the
Right,
banana.
there you go.
I'd like to try I'd like to buy I'd like to try a code. I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Each painting, number determined by how many objects are in the painting.
Right, so for werewolf, I got 2 because it's a werewolf and a moon.
Mm-hmm.
For the gnolls, I got 4 because it's 3 gnolls over a spear.
Mm-hmm.
The beholder is just one thing; it's just a beholder. For trolls, it's 3 because it's 2 gnolls under a tree.
Mm-hmm.
For kobolds, I got 6 because it's 5 of them around the bonfire.
Mm-hmm.
For the gelatinous cubes, I thought 2 because I don't know if a dungeon corridor would count as a third. So that
Mhm.
could be 2 or 3. And then dragons, just 3 dragons in flight would be 3. And then I attached the letter of the alphabet to each number. Like, I don't know if that would be the right thing to do, but that was my logic behind that. So I got B, E, A,
Okay.
C, F, B, C.
So we started with what Will said. I think you're digging too deep there, Matt. I think so. So we started with I'm typing this in Roll20. So we started with W-O B R
Mm-hmm.
L
We need a codex. We need the
E,
cipher. That's what we need.
It's in the room.
right?
Yep.
That's
I'll
what
Robert
we
make
Lee.
it in the damn room.
Wobblia.
How the
They said.
rules are.
Actually, wait, have we tried? You did try that. That was the first thing you tried. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, we
Dan.
tried
That was the
Rob
first
Ilya.
thing- that order you tried.
Wait, did
Dan,
you
you're
finish
muted.
with that?
Dan, you're muted, by the way.
Nope, sorry. That you did not try that last combo that you just typed, Alaric. But that did not work.
Oh, we
What did
did
you do?
try that. Oh! You said we didn't try that?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm sorry. I forgot. I didn't realize that was the first one you tried.
Okay, yeah, I
Or
think
the
that was
more
the first
recent
one
one.
Will tried.
Yeah, that
when
one
we
did not work.
identified
That's.
that.
What Alark, what was it exactly that you just did?
Can you see the Roll20 chat?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And it was just
Thor-
what Will said initially when we were kind of going down this rabbit hole, where it was so werewolf. There was a single werewolf, so there was 1. So we went with the first letter of werewolf, which was W.
Right.
And so on and so forth. So for gnolls, it was like there was a trio of gnolls, so we went with the third letter of gnolls.
Okay.
Beholder was a 1, so we went with B. 2 trolls, so we went with R.
Yep,
in
I'm
the,
with
in the
you.
word trolls. So, you know.
Dan,
Yeah.
while they're all like figuring it out and looking at the paintings, I go up to each of the things and I roll them out and I try nutsack. NUTSACK.
It doesn't work.
Oh.
You get a fortune cookie.
Why did you do E on for cubes?
Gelatinous cube.
Gelatinous, there was 2, so it was GE.
What about if we just tried that word blia, whatever, but with a U instead of an E?
Well, I don't know. The painting says gelatinous cube. So the
I'm
second-
gonna try it with U instead.
If you don't mind typing it into Roll20, that'll help
Yep,
me.
not at all. Let me just do it. Sorry.
Man.
So just replace what's in there. Replace the E with a U.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah. I'm just gonna check it real quick here.
Hey Siri, what's
Get a
26 to
notepad
the
out,
7th
everyone
power?
here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to scramble letters.
All right. Can anybody? We're not coming up with real words here, clearly. So
Right.
try to mix those letters around for something that we know from
Yep.
the campaign. And I can't fucking do it.
I can't either.
That's what I was trying
I
to
need
figure out.
something better to type on. I keep just typing shit into Google, and it's just fucking stupid.
Let me just see. But I think you're probably closer to Alaric's what you put in there, but I'm just trying to. All right.
Remember that Vestani person, Warblua? Maybe that's what it is? Ouija? It's a word. From The Simpsons.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna take my smith's tools and just start chiseling at the stone to see if that does anything. Because I'm sick of this whole fucking thing.
Yep, you start chipping away. It's slow going, but you've punched through the glass, you've punched through some shutters, and you are now chipping away at what feels like stone or cement, and it's solid granite type of stone. So
I just want to see if I can get to how deep it is. So I'm gonna just lay some swings into it.
okay, make a strength check for me.
It's +5.
Okay, so 13. You get a good little chunk out of it, but you realize it's going to take. If you're doing this by yourself, this is going to take a good while.
Yeah, so this might not be the move.
But
Maybe it's Rob
progress.
Lowe. They're a Rob Lowe fan. RAWBL.
Will is in the same spot where I am now, where he's just fucking losing his mind.
I am. Look at my hair. Sit there like-
Go crazy, man.
I hate this puzzle.
And Dan's sitting there like, these freaking idiots. They're nowhere close, and they're spending all this time on this work.
Yeah, we're spending the whole campaign on this.
Maybe it's not a puzzle. Maybe it's just like the children's toys where it's got the little spinny thing and you spell out words like on the playground.
Maybe.
How many letters is ball sack for? 8? Okay, never mind.
Oh yeah, does this little code thing indicate that it would actually do anything? Like, is it like embedded in the table? Does it look important?
Yeah, it was. So the main big like mahogany oak
Yeah.
wood big whatever table, it's like built into the table.
Okay.
Borlu.
Now, Dan, I don't know if this is like metagaming or not, but is there a way to like do a check to see if like in my travels through
You don't have any in
Barovia,
there, Matt.
if I've could recall some kind of place or thing or moment where a word with these letters might make sense to me? Because I'm worried that my notes aren't good enough, so that like we've seen it.
Albert!
But
Albert.
No.
Son of
Owl-
a bitch.
yes, Albert.
Yes.
Right?
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Is that right? OWLBEAR. Albert.
Yes.
Albert.
Dude, you got it. It's got to be it.
It's gotta be it. Fuck is an owl bear
Does
again?
Alaric, you put that in, right? Alaric puts an Albert.
I put in Albert.
It would be even better if it were baby Albert.
Oh,
No.
So you dial in OWLBEAR.
Yeah. Yeah.
You hear a loud click, and then Juniper, you actually jump back as there's this grinding sound right to your left along the wall as you see this room right next to you sort of open up. Let me do that.
ooh.
Let me do that.
Just got hung up on where. WEAR.
Yep.
That's every fucking thing I typed in. I go, I bet you it's where, and it's a play on words, letters, things. And I couldn't get it out of my head. I never typed in bear.
You guys were close. I kept
Yes.
trying to start with a consonant too, with that combo of letters.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
I
was
don't know
the
why.
other thing.
I didn't
would
think
never
to start-
put O first.
Right. Start with a consonant.
Yes, dude, that was solid.
Nice job.
Oh, I
Yeah,
need a
nice
fucking
job.
drink.
All right, Juniper. So you hear this grating sound as you hear the wall sliding along it across itself, right next to you, about 10 feet away.
Wow. So she kind of cries out in alarm and surprise, and she, tries to gather everybody towards her and let them know that, hey, there's something new going on over here.
Can I hear her from outside?
You cannot. Deckard, Thornton, and Alaric, you hear that. And of course, you also heard the clicking sound.
And then
Where
she
the
walks
heck-
in.
Just out of curiosity, where am I at
Deckard
this point?
Deckard claps. He's like, "Yeah, brother." Like,
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, you guys can all kind of like move. Deckard, I'll move you down closer to like Juniper.
I'm on. I can move.
Yeah,
No.
brother.
I'm on a laptop. I'm not
Spark.
a noob anymore.
Punch, you can do whatever you want.
So yeah, where'd
I'm
that
just gonna
door open at?
wander back
By
to the
June?
library and see they're headed somewhere else, basically.
Where'd the door open up in here?
I drew. Yep, I drew it right here.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
So where Ragnar
I
had checked that hallway out and everything, and it was just like a solid wall. But well, you heard this like clicking and then this grinding, and then Deckard, if you walk over there, you realize the whole wall itself kind of almost set itself in and then slid over with this huge mechanical, non-magical sort of just mechanism.
Deckard steps back and says, "Alar, the honors are yours, pal. If you want to, you got all the hit points too. So if you want to head in first,
All right, yeah. I'll
Happy to.
yeah. I will do
You
that.
got all the hit points.
stay behind you."
Okay, go ahead and move yourself towards there, Alaric.
I did, I think.
Yep.
Kind of like right up next to Deckard.
Oh,
So I'll put myself like right in that doorway for now.
All right. So as you
cool.
walk in, this room seems very different in decor and everything. It's a very dark room. You realize there are no windows in here. They're a facade from the other side, and this room is entirely sort of encased in a thick concrete type of material in terms of the walls on the inside of this building. Not a drop of light comes into the building. You see some tables and stuff, just random, sort of furnishings, but prominently in the middle of the room is a massive wooden coffin.
oh shit!
Is it? I mean, I can see in here. It's lit. You said.
What the fuck?
I mean, I'm not concerned about me because I can see in the dark.
You have dark vision,
Right.
so
I just-
you with your dark vision can see this. Otherwise, it's pretty dark in here, and there's no light coming in.
Juniper
there's
uses Druidcraft to make a torch so that everybody can see what's going on.
The coffin is closed, like sealed tight. From
Yep.
what I
It's
can see.
closed, and Juniper kind of walking up behind you guys. She shouted, "Hey, something's going on?" And you guys kind of rushed over. And as you walked in, and she could see that it was all dark, she lights this magical torch, which lights up this whole hallway. And Juniper, if you want to kind of like sneak your way in past Alaric, then now Deckard, you can see too, because I think you're the one that doesn't
Yeah.
have any sort of
I'm
dark
the
vision.
noob human that can't
Yeah,
see
so
anything.
you watch, you're like, what's going on in there? As Alaric walks in, Juniper walks by, and then the whole room lights up, and you see the torch light shining off of this big, giant coffin casket in the middle of the room.
Oh man, that's some weird shit.
Coffins can only mean one thing, lads and laddises. It means there's a vampire about.
Is Vaseline? Is he a
Is
vampire?
Is Vaseline? Is he a vampire?
When you say massive, what's the scale of this thing? Does it look like it would house something larger than a human?
No, I'm sorry. It's a very well-made, heavy-duty,
Yeah.
regular sized casket.
Okay.
Alright,
I say we crack
Basically,
it open.
what we're figuring out here is that Vasily is in cahoots with Strahd,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
yeah, this
you
isn't
know,
looking good. And we
that-
just handed him
Yeah.
Irina.
Yeah.
I'm
That-
listening.
so-
I'm grabbing a beer.
so that's
Keep chatting.
probably, in many cases, this is probably what's happening. But is this real? Is what we're seeing real? Right? We don't know. Like, is this just an illusion? Is this just like some sort of fucking vision that he wants us to see and it's not real? Some of y'all couldn't handle that.
Yeah.
So-
I don't know.
But I don't know.
Wait, have we
but
run
look,
into that before? Like with Visions?
So are you saying we're like in the
Yeah,
Matrix?
We haven't run into that with Visions. have we?
I don't know. I just look. Anything's fucking game here. You know what I'm saying? This could all be just a bad trip. You know?
Did we
I
lose
don't
I
know.
feel like somebody didn't want us to find this room though.
No,
Or
I
didn't want anybody to find this room. I should say, so.
I agree with you personally. I agree with you. I'm just saying we have to like think other options, right? I agree with you. That's what I'm leaning towards. That's what I'd put my money on.
I'm still here.
I say we crack this bitch open,
Yeah.
No, I'm
and
not
if we
afraid.
got any,
I'll do it.
we
I don't
got
give
any
a fuck.
silver? Do we have any Deckard? You had all the silver. You got any silver?
That's what I was gonna say. We should get ready for
Oh
this.
yeah.
Let's take advantage of that we have surprise here, right? Whatever
This
we
could
know
be
about-
it. This could be the whole shebang. All the
Yeah.
Do we have garlic? Do we have it? Can I check?
We have silver, don't we? Do we have any silver weapons?
You had, but didn't you collect? Weren't you the silver, the curator of all the silver?
Me?
Yeah.
I have silver. I'll tell you this: Deckard's not a fan of silver right now.
Oh shit!
Okay. You don't.
Yeah.
All right. So then I'll polymorph Will into a giant clove of garlic.
That's a tremendous
that-
idea.
that
This is a
might kill
fantastic
Deckard.
idea.
What's
That
the-
would be like a weird. That
Doesn't-
would be a
doesn't
weird,
quite work.
Like, Roland putting a dimensional door into a bag of holding type thing. If you turned a werewolf into a
Oh.
cube of garlic.
We-
I don't
we-
know what would happen.
One thing we should consider is though that we need him, and he's not going to be. If let's just say this is Vasily, okay, and let's just say Vasily's there, right? We camped out in this house last night, so if he came home, you know what I mean. I don't know, you know what I mean. To get back into it, right? It could be vacant right now.
Well,
I
it's
can't recall from
daytime.
our inventory. Do
Doesn't
we-
he have to
daytime now, but
recharge?
how would he get? We were in at night. We slept through the night.
Oh
Wow.
God! Well, he was probably out at night. That's when they run around because they can be out, right?
Yeah, right.
How long have we
But
known Vasily?
About
What's
a
that?
few days, few days, 3-4
It's
days.
just been a few days, right?
Where did you meet him?
That's
When
why-
we got to
that's
the
why
Blue
I
Water
guess
Inn,
that was
right?
the-
We met him at the bar.
that's
When
the question.
when
I
the
meant.
Walker
Yeah.
kids
When did we meet
were
him? When we
there.
first came into town?
Yeah, when we
When
first
we
got
met,
here,
the bar
Blue Water, right?
and I almost fought the frat boys, I think. And then
Yeah.
Vasily was like, "Hey, you should watch yourself." And he's like, "I don't like
Nikolai
you," and I was like, "I don't like you either." And he's like, "You should watch yourself." So I took out my lightsaber and I
Press
fucking
that
cut his
clown
arm
from the
off.
start, man.
Yeah.
I can't believe you let him walk off in
Right.
the arena.
I don't like you either.
That's how I remember it. I don't know. Maybe I'm
Here's
crossing
the question:
streams.
if he's in cahoots with Strahd, and he's got Irina, how are we still alive?
So that's why we got to need whatever we do if he's going to come out, he's not going to be obviously. Let's say he's there, right? He's not going to be happy, right?
Mhm.
We got to keep him alive. We have to at least find out where Irina is. So we can't just kill him. Whatever we do, we have to we have to be able to get him in a position where he has to give answers, right?
Mhm.
Which is is there some way we can like, I don't know. I mean, it's like, it'd be great if we could all like, have whatever crosses and wooden stakes over the damn coffin when we open it. But I don't know. How do we pen him in to make him sure we can take him alive?
Well,
Look, as far as I'm concerned, if Irina's dead, she's dead. Look, I mean, it's sad, very sad. People dying. Okay, very sad. I'm worried about our group. That's what I'm worried about. I know
I agree.
she's cute, she's sweet, she's nice.
No, I
You know,
think
some of
Irina's
y'all, some of y'all have some ulterior
I
motives
think
of how
Irina's
nice you
gonna
are
live
to
longer
her.
than the rest of us.
So
Well, I don't know.
this
but-
is going to sound pretty bad. Are we talking out of character or character? Because I'll say it even in character. I'm like,
Either way.
I do care for Irina too, but I do think in one aspect is that having her, she's leverage. Strahd wants her. And
Yeah.
if we have her, she's leverage. I mean, he's been kind of
Absolutely.
toying with us, and she's been with us, and he's been letting us, I don't know. I mean, he could wipe us out at any point right now, but I think having her with us was absolutely something that he
Could wipe
coveted.
us out. I don't know about that. If you
Look,
say
if
that
we-
in character, Alaric takes offense.
I'm not saying that I don't want her alive, Alaric, but we're just talking about
No,
where
I'm just saying that Alaric feels like you give Strahd too much. I feel like I could kick his ass, so don't say that.
that's great. If we can kick his ass, then
That'd
Would-
be good.
I just remember when Blackwind shot
Oh.
something at him, and he basically just almost killed me and Blackwind at
Yeah.
a whim.
Yeah, that was a good time.
I just picture a skull with its mouth moving. Like, yeah, that was a good time.
Could we make that the animation?
That was a good time.
Are you
All
guys
right.
leaving me outside? Or?
So
Oh, what are you doing, Ragnar? You're still chipping away at the wall on the other side. I don't think you've become aware that any of this is happening.
Yeah, I'm just like kind of sweating and just
Yeah,
like,
Alaric, you hear this like very faint, like tink, 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 fuck, tink, motherfucker, tink, tink.
yeah, I'm cursing in Dwarvish right now, just
Right.
really,
All right.
really pissed off.
I'll cast. Okay, because if we are about to get into a fight, and I see Ragnar's not here, I'm going to cast with a bonus action my expeditious retreat, and what did I didn't. Yeah, I mean, okay, and then I'm going to run out there and grab Ragnar and say, "Come on!" And just my feet are running fast, but I'm trying to drag him, so I'm not going real fast.
Yeah, usually Sparkle moves kind of slow because he's a shorter guy with not so wide of a stride. But you see him almost like, Mario just ate the fucking star or whatever, and he just like was zipping around.
Oh, that's
Like,
good.
He's
I
actually,
like that.
He's actually running faster than Deckard does when he's in his full mode. His legs are a blur as you zip out to Ragnar, tell him, "Hey, we got the door open," or whatever you tell him, and then you zip back, or you
Yep.
hang.
I take him back and I tell him, we found out that I'm just talking quickly.
Okay.
They figured out the code, and then there's a big coffin.
All right, so Ragnar, you can move yourself back around the other side if you want, and then Alaric, what are you doing with the coffin, or who's doing anything in this room?
Well, unless somebody's gonna stop me, I'm probably gonna try to open the coffin.
yeah, and
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh, yep, and Deckard is
Like-
like behind Alaric. So when Deckard sees him motioning towards this coffin, like he knows, like, all right, like Alaric is about to open this shit. So I'm gonna follow in behind him, and I'm gonna stand up on that table behind him with my heavy crossbow at the ready.
Okay, why don't you guys position yourselves however you want in that room?
I would assume that Alaric would be like here.
I'm gonna block the
However
door.
you want that to, like, right at the edge of the coffin towards the front.
Yep,
I'll
and I'm
block
like
the
right
door.
up on the table with an angle right into that coffin with my heavy crossbow.
Okay. Sparkle, you outside the room, or you kind of just...
No, I'm going to move in too.
Is there a
Okay.
fireplace in there?
Mm-mm.
I'd really like some s'mores.
It's a cold, dark, dry room. Stone walls everywhere. It's almost like a interior built cave with very little in it other than the coffin.
Is it
Um,
dank? Is it dank?
Oh,
It's
God.
dank,
Now that I'm in
Dang.
here,
real
Thank
dank.
you.
And-
Dank. All right.
Dank
like
nug,
light is in
nug.
here, just looking around, do I notice anything other than the coffin? Like anything that sticks out?
No, the only thing that sticks out is the fact that this is a very odd room in that, like, every door, window, everything has been reinforced with, steel and stone.
What does it smell like?
Yeah, musty basement, kind of old library.
Old library. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if this is something that I or anybody else would notice, but since we've been in this room for a minute now, does this room also look like it's been completely unused for whatever, a long time, hundreds of years?
Make a perception check. No. You can't get the same feel of the age of the room is centuries old, but you get the sense from the level of dust, some things that are just, just sort of, you just don't see that thick film and layer of dust everywhere like you did in the rest of the house. You see some things that were disturbed enough. You had a good enough investigation roll or perception roll that you realize that no, people have something has been in this room recently, like
Oh man,
within the last couple months.
Alaric, are you planning on opening that coffin?
I think by the time you ask me, I'm already attempting to open it. So yes.
Can you hold on just a quick second? I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna cast. Wait, I don't know if I can do it from a distance. Actually, let me real quick. Shield. What's the? Oh, is that a self only? Shit.
Yeah, shield is from your staff.
Yeah, that's what I was looking. If I could use a charge to cover him, but that's self only. Okay, I'm gonna cast protection from. No. Yeah. What? Why can't I find it? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do protection from evil and good. Protection from evil on Alaric.
Okay.
I have Aura of Protection up.
Oh, what is that? What that?
Oh, you have that?
thing is?
Yeah, that's my Aura. Yep.
Your
Well,
aura
it's
is protection from evil.
It's +2 on saving throws. That's all it is. You get +2.
Oh,
on all
I'm
your
still
saving
gonna
throws.
cast. All right. Okay,
Why don't you
that's
take a little
good.
sidestep there.
Yeah,
brother?
so yours is a little different. Yep.
All right, I'm still gonna cast that though on Alaric.
Throw it inches up really quick.
And then
Thank
and
you.
I whisper in your.
feel so
I
good.
whisper. I go over there and I cast it, and you see like a quick like glow around you, Alaric, and I go, kick his ass, and then I go back to my spot.
All right. I think everybody's trying to keep me out of hell tonight.
Yeah,
Gordon
and you
pulls out a big hunch of garlic that he was just holding on since the blue one, and I don't know. I don't have garlic on me. I wish I did.
So
all right.
so-
So Alaric, you feel you hear Sparkle and you do kind of see this like glow kind of go around you after he casts his spell.
and Thornton, that's a +2. You said to
The
save.
saving throws, yeah.
That's pretty sweet. Okay.
So if we're
just
good,
no
I'm going to
being
try to
little
open the coffin. I don't even know what I'm
The
getting into
coffin-
here. If there's like locks or whatever, how it's working.
Nope. The coffin is not locked. It's not even like notched in there. In fact, you can slide it. You can slide the lid, and you slide the lid towards the back, and it kind of like falls back behind and like busts open, and you see the inside of an empty casket.
Some
Oh.
bitch. I knew it.
It's got like a beautiful red felt. It does look very well made. What you do notice though is when the lid falls down towards the back of the room, you see wood burned into the back of the lid, and I'll put it in roll 20. You see Henrik Vandervoort, coffin maker, Velaki.
Let's write that name down.
Yep.
We're gonna kick his ass.
yeah.
I'd like to check under the coffin for a trapdoor.
The coffin's on like a stone slab. And you look around, and it's just a stone slab. The coffin doesn't move. You're strong enough to lift the empty coffin, so you're able to like hold up an end of it and look under it, and it's just sitting on a piece of concrete.
All right, so when everybody leaves the room, I'm going to take a dump in this coffin, just so everybody's.
All right, before he does
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
what does the
course.
coffin smell like?
That's a boring
Does
question.
it smell
It's a weird question.
nasty and old?
Does it smell like mothballs?
It smells like an old wooden chest that you might have had sitting around for a few months, and that was that had been sealed up real tight, and then you open it and you get that little bit of a stale smell of some like trapped air and stuff.
Do I
And
notice
maybe
any?
some of the
Okay.
Sorry, Dan. I'm sorry.
no, it's just some of the fabric smell. Maybe it's just like kind of cooped up in there. That kind of you caught a whiff of that when you opened it, but otherwise nothing out of the ordinary.
And nothing else inside the coffin. Like we don't see
No.
any like letters, words, anything carved in it anywhere. No stitching.
Only that wood burned thing on the back on the inside of the lid. The rest of the inside of the coffin's like kind of lined with a nice silk like red fabric.
Dan, you got a friend behind you.
Rivers, Teeny, what's up? Oh, this is the best time ever.
This is the best thing ever. Are there any skin flakes or hair in the coffin that I could pick up on when you're done? You don't have to. I don't want to interrupt that.
I'm having a moment here.
Have the moment, please do. Please.
Aw.
Are you good now? Are you okay? I'll see you in bed, okay? All right. All right, you go. Go get Mama. Go get Shauna. All right. Make an investigation check.
Dan's like another fucking weird thing that I didn't fucking think I.
Hey man,
Yeah.
I like
Dan-
the weird
Dan's-
stuff. It got us
sometimes
the
Dan's in
weird
the book.
fucking room.
Are there skin flakes in the coffin?
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
All right, 7.
Yeah, you don't find anything.
Okay, one last thing. I don't want to nitpick on this room and spend the whole night here. Just a quick scan. Is there any other way in or out of this room besides the secret hidden trapdoor? No fireplace, chimney, anything.
Yeah,
that I
what
would
makes
have
it
noticed?
open from in here?
Make another investigation check.
Okay.
Adam, this is what we do. We spend 3 hours in one room. This is
No.
what we
I
do.
just, oh,
all
fuck.
I wouldn't change it. 2, baby. 5. There
You're
you
like
go.
you're like you don't even know how you got in here.
Yeah. You're like, where am I again?
Somehow you get lost in the 10 by 10 room.
Somehow you're back in the library and
Is
you're
this
trying
the
to solve
line
the
for the
puzzle
beer
again?
or the line for the tickets to buy the beer? Yeah. You don't notice anything.
Okay. All right, so this to Alaric, this reeks of Strahd and some kind of correlation with Vasily, and
Well, I mean, I think it's a reasonable conclusion that most normal people don't have a coffin hidden in their houses. You got that much.
yeah.
If we don't, should we burn it?
No,
I'm
no,
gonna shit. I'm gonna shit. and
no,
piss in
no,
it,
no, no, no.
so-
Why?
No,
Why?
don't.
What's
We
that
shouldn't
doing
leave
for us?
any. We shouldn't leave any proof that we were here.
So I shouldn't poop in it. He's gonna
What
know
are
we
they-
were here.
what
I
are they
broke
gonna
the door
fucking
down.
Fingerprint us?
Oh, true. The door's broken.
I thought you were going to take this place over.
Yeah, we this is our new house, and he's gonna
it
come.
It was until Strahd had his jizz all over it.
What if he like comes back at like it's like break of dawn and oh shit, I don't got my little sweet little nighttime or daytime rest hole.
What
Well,
if we?
What if we all just stay here until Strahd shows up?
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. What if we
I'll
just
stay
hung
here
out?
for 4 months.
What if
No,
we
I won't.
staked out for Vasily to come home?
I'd do it.
We'd have to shut the door.
Judging from
What
the
if
weapons
someone
we
gets in
have,
his coffin
Let's
and just
fix
scares
the door.
crap out of him?
Let's fix the door, and then we'll just have a big pool tournament for the next month. Until someone comes back.
I can mend.
Can we invite Don Lestorievich to come play with us? He
Don
likes pool, right?
Lestorievich.
Story of it.
He plays pool, right?
Yeah. That's good.
We could stake it out and see if like this dude comes back. The problem is
We could run a whorehouse out of this joint, maybe. I
I'm
don't know.
trying to think. Do we have? Could we station somebody here outside of our party? Do we have anybody that would do that?
Yeah, the
Birdman,
birds.
maybe Bird
hey,
person.
we could go
maybe.
talk to Lady Wachter. She owes us a favor because I took out the Baron.
Yeah, and
Bro,
And
you're
you show us
tight with
the map,
them.
too.
You're tight with them, Deckard. You could, you know,
That might be a good idea.
do some
You know,
hand
we could
waving.
recruit some of these Wachter folks to like, and those dudes all have silver daggers. They probably hate vampires. They found out this dude was a vampire.
I don't think they hate vampires.
No.
Whoa.
No, I think
What makes you-
she will do nothing to move against Strahd. She's definitely.
Oh,
I don't
she
think-
right. She just wants to like avoid.
She
all
does
of
not
it.
want anything to do to disrupt Strahd.
So why have the silver weapons?
She said maintain status quo with Strahd.
Well, let's at least go find out what she knows. Maybe she'll know where.
All right, so we kill her.
this
I'll
Billy
kill her.
would have
Let's do it.
taken. Maybe she'll know more about Irina.
Dan's like, oh
Maybe we'll
fuck.
Tell her about Irina, and maybe
To
she'll
look
know
up
some
other
stuff.
stuff.
Like
There
clearly,
you go. We take out all the people that are the natural rulers of Vallaki, and who else do they elect but the heroes, right?
Right.
And
How about we? You're right. We
Oh.
should take over Vallaki.
Dan
Talk
is
over
furiously googling what happens if they kill Lady Wachter.
What happens if you run out of NPCs in Surface Strahd? This is not a
How
search.
to tell your Dungeons and Dragons party that they all died in one fight?
Oh yeah. Hey, sorry guys. Strahd just showed up. You're all dead.
Hey, sir, you guys are stupid.
Tiamat showed up and just dragged you all to the abyss.
I'm gonna go on Reddit tomorrow and I'm gonna see a question from a dungeon master. So my group wants to run a whorehouse out of Barovia. How do I DM this?
So should we
So
go
my
talk
group
to
has
Lady
spent
Wachter?
3 hours in
Maybe
deciding
that's our
that.
next-
I like that idea, Deckard. I do.
All right.
I mean, we have a lot of different options, but I think that's a good idea.
I mean, we kind of own this joint now. Everybody loves us. Lady Wachter
Yeah.
loves us.
Well, step one is being able to lock it. So we gotta fix the door or get a new door. That's my fault.
I feel like this large group of us could probably fix that front door.
I can mend.
I mean, we have like magic and shit. Like, come on.
Juniper, you're good with like fucking lumber and shit, right? And wood and
I can actually cast mend.
Nice.
I can mend a door.
You'll fix the door.
so you could literally fix like an inanimate object, like a broken. All right, so good.
But
All right.
it's
that solves that.
like limited, so it may take me a while to mend the whole door, but I can definitely do it.
What's all right? We're
All
gonna
right.
go have a pool tournament while you do that.
Yeah, we're gonna have our own little whorehouse up in Barovia now. This is great.
All right. So what's the decision? What do you guys want to do?
We're gonna
I don't know. You're
We're
playing
gonna fix
pool. You're fixing doors. You're
we're gonna
going
fix
to
the
Lady
door,
Wachter.
and if it takes Spargle, 3,
Yeah,
6,
step
12,
one.
32 hours. While he does that,
Well-
we're gonna chill out and read some fake fucking books and play pool.
What's the are we just trying to catch him on the way back in? Is that the game plan here? I mean, why are we spending a day fixing the door so it doesn't look like it was broken into?
No,
I mean,
no, because you just said that it was gonna take you a while to do it, right?
No, I know, but why bother is my point. Why are we mending the door?
Well,
Oh.
maybe he won't come back to his house if he sees
To
that
me-
it's broken.
So in other words, we're trying
make
to
it look like
trick
it's
him.
untouched.
We're trying to trick him to come in, right? And we're going to camp it out. Is that the game plan? I just want to make sure I understand what our ultimate
Well,
goal here is.
yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think
Yeah, I mean, who cares if he knows? I don't care. He stole our chick.
right, but we, if he sees a broken door, he might not come in. He
He
might
might
say,
just turn
"Oh
around."
shit."
That's
Try to
right.
stake
Right.
him
I think
out.
I
He'll know
think
it's
we
an
were
ambush.
thinking it was going to be a big red flag, and might as well attempt to keep it
No, that's
visually intact from the exterior.
Okay, understood. I just didn't know what our game plan is to stay here and try to get this fucker on his way back in.
Yeah, I don't know if Mend is going to do it based on the way Mend works. It says as long as the break or tear is no larger than a foot in any dimension. And this
Yeah.
was like an 8-foot door that a ram just busted into a couple pieces. So I don't know if mending.
That's your judgment. What I was assuming, I'm almost like jigsaw puzzling here. Just like, that's why I figured it would take me a while and not just one cast. That's why I was like, I'd have to grab 2 pieces, mend, grab another chunk, mend, grab
like
another
T-1000
chunk.
when he gets frozen and he melts and then he has to come back into
kind
pieces.
of the way
Yeah,
that
with
that
the Terminator
yeah.
references.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
But if that
Works
doesn't
here.
work, dude, I'm
No, I'm okay. I'm okay with that, but I'm going to say that it's going to take a little while, right? So if you guys want to spend the the next hour kind of repairing this door and resetting the whole place, that's fine if that's what you guys want to do.
I mean, is it possible just because we can, and I don't feel like repairing this guy's door because screw him? How about we just like make sure we close up the room that we found and like mess up the letters so that Owlbear isn't on the table, right? and let's trash the place and steal some stuff so he thinks somebody just robbed him.
Like some bandits, right? Some
That's
wet
not a bad
bandits or
idea.
something.
I like that because we're already like 80% there, right?
Right.
So just close the door to the coffin room.
Yeah, jumble
Move
up
the
Owlbear
fucking
and we're
numbers
good.
around and
Right?
fuck some
Right.
other shit up.
Yeah, make it Robula.
I'll throw some pool balls at pictures. I like pool balls.
Robula.
Rob
No,
Lowe.
he had it on all A's. He had it on all A's.
Oh yeah, put it on all A's. Or no, someone who came in would try and figure something out, right? So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
just
that.
not
I
Owlbear.
like that. Well,
Put
yeah, just put
nutsack.
it on random.
Put
random
nutsack.
Put it on Bear Owl.
Oh no!
So he knows you know.
That's
But
three-dimensional
he's gonna know
chess.
that we know that he knows that we know that he knows that we know.
Just kind of like a subtle fuck you.
It's the Princess Bride poison thing.
I kind of like it. I think we should do it.
I
Is
vote
there
for
anything of
nutsack.
value anywhere like that we could steal?
nuts.
I'm telling you.
You guys have canvassed the place and really know.
So good. We can trash the place. Like it looked like we were looking for stuff.
Yeah, flip
We
a
don't
couple
find anything.
tables,
So we left.
throw some peanuts at them. We'll be in Chicago before
Yeah,
you
throw
know
the
it.
pool balls all over the floor.
Yeah, throw the
Yeah.
pool ball. I'd like to bite into one if Dan lets me, but we'll see.
Oh God!
Yeah,
I'd
no, I
like
think
to
it's a
watch
really good idea.
We know 0 really good dentists in Barovia.
Okay.
So we gonna trash the joint?
Yeah, fuck it up. I'm gonna urinate on the table here. Thornton goes into.
So the
Sorry,
whole
goes-
idea, you guys taking this place over, I guess, is now thrown out
That's-
the window.
that's kinda what I was wondering.
Peeing
Yeah.
all over it.
Yeah. It's
Well,
fine.
Having a giant coffin in a secret room does kind of like
Yeah.
Yeah, lowers the real estate.
on a nice house.
This
Yeah.
stinks of vampire, and I think a lot of us have lost interest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when a
you-
vampire
all
moves
right,
in,
so let's-
property
let's-
value goes down.
Yeah. Once the vampires move in, that's it. So, okay, let's fast forward. You guys have peed and pooped and destroyed this place, right? You just gave it the Capitol Hill treatment. Taking pictures, sitting on the coffin, taking a picture with.
Too soon.
Yeah. Anyhow, so
He put
what
on
else
a
do you want to
vampire
do, and where are you going after this?
So should we head towards Lady Wachter?
Yeah, let's leave this house.
Okay.
Adam, did you just drink whiskey right out of the bottle?
Yes.
I love it. Very
It's
nice.
just it's almost gone. And
I was drawing pee on the table. That's okay.
it's fine.
So we trashed that joint, and we're heading to
All
Lady
right.
Wachter.
Yep. So you're right here on this little cul-de-sac, this like nice side of town. You're actually extremely close to the Wachter house, which is right here.
Okay.
So you're a block away. So you guys want to make it over to the Wachter house? It's mid-morning now.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Hell
pay
yeah, brother.
Fiona
Go
a
see
call.
the old lady.
Let's call on Fiona.
What about 11sies?
She owes me a look at that map.
Oh, my music just started working, so just whatever.
That's good.
You disconnected Bluetooth on your phone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys, in just a few minutes, arrive at the Wachter house. It's morning time. The town, again, the little bit that you've seen just kind of walking a little bit down the road is similar to yesterday, where there's like some people out in the streets that seem to be more sort of jubilant and just kind of and just relaxed than they normally were, while you see other people who are rushing from place to place, just like looks like out of necessity. They're like leaving their homes and going to another home, and they're not, kind of lingering outside. And it is the people in the black sort of attire and cloaks that seem to be more comfortable and just have the run of the town as you kind of walk around. But no kind of like violence or anything in disarray. It's just people that seem a little bit more upbeat than they were a couple days ago. And you make it to the Wachter house. You get to the front door. What'd you like to do?
As we're kind of approaching it, I just say, let's try to be savvy about this and remember that she's not going to want to be, you know what I mean? Like, I just worry that I don't think she's going to do anything to move against Strahd. So if we're talking to her and asking her things, let's be savvy about how we ask for things and do, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we
should. And we should keep this in consideration because he is somewhat of a buffoon. No offense, Deckard. Shouldn't Deckard be kind of our front man here?
Yeah, I mean, I can be.
Yeah, I mean, his reputation with Wachter House faction is the highest.
My only concern is that he sometimes
puts his foot in his mouth.
I'm going to say this in front. I'm not like telling our party this in secret. I'm just saying this out loud, and I'm going to say, Deckard, you need to be careful with your words here, though. We're treading on thin ice.
I'll be careful. Don't worry. I'll keep it. I'll keep it clean.
Okay.
But, I mean, you know what they say.
I just know you're not the smoothest talker.
Hey, man, for where I'm from, you know what they say. I mean, if the pig's facing east in the morning, then, you better not drink your coffee before 10 a.m.
Oh, this is going to go great.
Oh, it's good.
Like,
if you ain't first, you're last.
If you ain't
Yeah, that should be good if you use that as your compass. We should be good.
As long as
all
we
right,
cover the pigs.
so who's doing the talking then at the door?
I'll lead just because I kind of got summoned.
Let Deckard, because I want to see this go off the rails because I live for that.
Matt's the god of chaos.
I love it. It's great.
All right, so but real quick, Dan, before we go in, and just because I'm not taking good enough notes, when we originally talked to Lady Wachter, didn't we have an arrangement where we promised something if you killed the Baron?
Yes. So the deal that you made with Lady Wachter was to take out Ezek.
Mm-hmm.
Her people would would handle the rest of it to kind of assume control of the town. All that happened. What she agreed to provide you guys was her well-detailed map of the region, which she showed you in her little study, and you guys were really interested in getting a copy of. And if you needed it, she would provide escort to Argynvostholt. Which is something Ragnar was very interested in seeing, and others have had some interest in. She knows the location of it, and her people could take you right there.
Okay.
Yeah, Ragnar wants that map.
Yeah, you know what? I got to tell you, that's pretty... I mean, honestly, what's our next step? Beyond, like, trying to recover, Irina...
For me, it was always Argynvostholt.
Right, yeah, that's our next logical step to So that... I'm seeing the logic.
Find out where Irina is. Figure out Argynvostholt.
And I share with the group that hey fellas, and ladies, heading in here. I'm also we're gonna get what we were promised. Ragnar, I know Argenvost Holdfast is something that you're trying to get to, and we'll get that map. But I want to find out what our status is in town here, like what kind of pull we have, and I'm also going to see what I can find out about Strahd.
Deckard, see if she has some snacks. I'm hungry.
I'll hook you up, brother. We'll get you some food. Just don't go shitting on her table or anything like that.
I solemnly swear I will not shit on the table or anywhere else.
That'll get a little awkward. Okay, so yeah, if everyone's ready, I knock on the door.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, so you walk up to the door. It's early in the morning. You knock on the door, and immediately one of the servants, the servant woman or cook or maid or whoever she was, the valet that you met before, kind of pops the door open, and she looks out, and she's kind of looking. It seems to be early in the morning for somebody to show up, so she's kind of looking suspiciously. When she makes eye contact with you, Deckard, her eyes go real wide, and she swings the door open, and she goes, she says, "Welcome. We've been waiting. We thought you'd come by last night. My lady and her agent Ernst are working on something in the study, but please come in and I'll summon her."
Great. And this is the next day, right, Dan? Like yesterday.
This is the next morning after the festival of the Blazing Sun. Yeah. You guys did all that, and then it was night, and then you spent the night in the manor, and now this is the next morning. You did hear at the square, Ernst kind of proclaimed to the populace that Lady Wachter would be making a statement the next day.
Mm-hmm.
That's something she said at the festival after you guys killed Ezek and all that shit happened. So you guys can move yourself in, or I'll move you into the sort of dining area there if you want. But after a few minutes, Ernst, who you know quite well, Deckard, that's the agent of Lady Wachter, who you'd been talking to the most. He came out to the Blue Water Inn and kind of set up the whole deal and stuff. He comes out of this room right here. He comes out and he looks at you, Deckard, right away. He looks at everybody and he's got this beaming smile on his face. I mean, he just looks jovial coming out. And he gives you the big, almost like he's coming in for a big like bro hug kind of thing. And he goes, "My friends," and he goes to give you that big hug, Deckard.
Again, Deckard having the charisma that he has, Deckard does the whole thing where like Ernst is coming in for the embrace, and we've all done this where like one person's coming in for the embrace and like their hand is out like that. But then, like, one of you goes for, like, the high five first.
And then it's that awkward moment.
Are we
fist
bumping? Super
we...
Caucasian.
Yeah, well, it's where, like, one person's coming in for, like, the hug, but then you're trying to do, like, the high five into, like... So, like, he does that, but then, like, I go for the high five, and it's real awkward.
And you guys make out?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, man, yeah.
Oh...
And Ernst does this. He's like catches that moment of awkwardness himself, where he's not sure whether we're high fiving or hugging, and then he just kind of does like an elbow kind of random up into the air, and he's like, "All right, so great job, guys. That was flawless. It was perfect. This worked out great. The town is going to be in much better shape. My lady could not be more happy with how things worked out." So, what can I do for you? Breakfast, I assume.
Deckard looks at Thoradin, says, "Yeah, some breakfast would be real good."
And as you're saying that, Ernst is just clicking his fingers as the help starts running into the kitchen and get some pretty good stuff. And he says, "Now I think we had an arrangement." Right. What would you like us to help you with now?
Yeah, well, we figured we'd come by, and Lady Wachter had promised us a map of the area that would be very valuable to us and to our our dwarven friend here, Ragnar. And she also mentioned that some of your folks might accompany us to Argynvost. As that's something that we have some interest in exploring.
Of course. Yes, and as promised, my lady will do her part of the bargain. Of course. First, the map is all yours. Let me retrieve that for you. And he runs back into that same study, and moments later he comes back with the scroll tube that you saw before, and he does give you the map.
All right. Thank him, and I actually hand the map to Ragnar.
I'll take that, lad. Thank you.
And,
now, earlier you guys had received a map from Ismark, which looked like it was like the third graders back of a menu kind of with crayons version. This one, it maybe isn't to scale and doesn't have a lot of the things you'd expect on a cartographer's expert map. But boy, is it a lot more detailed. And I shared it with you all. Ragnar, you have it in your possession. So now you own a very much more detailed map of the region.
Awesome. And so Lady Wachner's not in the room, right?
No, she's not.
Okay. So thank you, Ernst. I appreciate you guys holding up your end of the bargain.
There no problem, man. That's Ernst. Sorry.
Appreciate you holding up your end of the bargain, and I was just curious, if we might have a word with Lady Wachter again.
Of course, yes. She was preparing a speech, which she's going to deliver in a couple hours, but she does want to see you all and thank you in person. Let me go retrieve her.
All right.
He steps a few feet away, and then in moments, Lady Wachter comes out of this room over here, and she sees you all, and she's this old, prim and proper, almost always got that like permanent scowl on her face every time you've talked to her, and this is the first time you've ever seen the little bit of a Mona Lisa smile even out of this woman. This middle-aged, almost elderly woman, and she looks, as far as a woman like her can, really happy. And she comes out and she says, "Oh, the heroes of Vallaki." She says, "It's so great to see you. It couldn't have worked out better for us, and of course all the people of the town. I hope you are enjoying a great breakfast. I understand Ernst has already given you a copy of our map. Whatever else we can do to make you comfortable while you're here in my town, I'm obliged."
Well, no, we appreciate the hospitality, and appreciate you holding up your end of things. Got the map, and we just wanted to check in with you after everything that went down yesterday, and just had some questions about couple, how are things going to change here in Vallaki, but also just kind of selfishly as a group, seeing as we were a big part of the change around here, what kind of accommodations we might expect here in Vallaki going forward.
Well, hadn't thought of that at all, but if you were to be interested in purchasing property or real estate in town, I can assure you would get the best deal, and I would make sure personally that you find whatever it is that you need for accommodation staying here. Our agreement was that I would provide you this map and sort of safe passage in and out of my town as much as you'd like. You're always welcome here. But also, I think we talked about an escort to the old haunted ruins. I don't know why you would want to check them out, but they're not far from here, and my people can certainly safely get you there if that's what you'd like.
Yeah, well, thank you. Appreciate that. We just didn't know Saw quite a few people get stabbed to death there in the square. As your folks came out of hiding, I was wondering. I imagine there has to be some kind of vacant house around here that we might take up residence in.
Yes, of course. Yes, I mean the dissidents that you saw swiftly taken care of course, were obviously in cahoots with the our former leader, who was obviously a madman. So we were just sort of, culling the ranks, so to speak, to kind of clean up the population from those that don't understand the path forward, let's say, for Vallaki. I'm sure you understand that that was an important thing to do. But certainly that does leave some vacancy in some of the, on the poorer side of town, if that's what you'd like.
All right. Well, we'll think about that. Just one last thing we're thinking about, and I look to the group. Anything else anybody might want to ask? But now that you do have power in town, and we took out the madman, tell me a little bit about what the future of Vallaki looks like. Like what's going to change here?
Well, complete prosperity is the plan. We will no longer waste valuable resources and time dragging our people through these ridiculous festivals that did nothing. We will accept the liege of the liege of the land, and we will respect Lord Strahd's authority and maintain our autonomy by sort of minding our own business, paying our taxes to the Lord as we should, and that'll be we'll save a lot of money. We'll pay less in taxes than we will in these festivals, which will increase the standard of living for everybody in Vallaki who learns to accept the new law of the land.
Well, it sounds like you might...
Sorry to interrupt. Mid-sentence, Alaric's going to get up and walk out.
That's rude.
As you do that, Lady Walker doesn't seem too phased, but Ernst, if anybody's looking at him, his eyes narrow as he looks at Alaric very suspiciously.
He's got stomach problems, lad. Don't mind him.
No weapon drawn or anything. It wasn't like he stormed out. It was just more like he got up and walked out. Like
he's probably got to use the shitter.
Ragnar wants to ask a question real quick.
It was almost like he wasn't listening to the conversation or to the little mini speech.
Ragnar, what do you say?
Lady Wachter, I couldn't help but notice there was a strange woman selling some sort of strange pies. What can you tell us about her?
Oh, please tell me where I can get more pies.
I found the whole
looks very
thing with that woman just very, very strange.
Oh, they were so scrumptious and juicy and so innocent tasting.
Maybe you can give us the recipe.
Well, it's great that you enjoyed them, but the old women, the Baron kind of tolerated them, peddling their pies around his festivals because it made people want to come to them. But unless there's some sort of tax revenue that we're gonna receive from that, we're gonna have to think about whether or not they're welcome back in my town.
Was there ever any criminal activity associated with them?
What do you mean by criminal activity?
What's not criminal activity around here?
Have my dwarven constitution allowed me to withstand it, but something seemed off about those pies.
Oh, yeah, well, they provide a temporary sort of relief, not unlike having too much wine, I suppose. We've found some of our people tend to get a little too into the pies and kind of, waste their lives on them. But no harm.
Okay, so then what interest would those old women have in random children?
I really can't say. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Well, you seem to be on good terms with Strahd. Am I mistaken?
Well, I mean, he is the lord of these lands, and I respect that. And I think if we all respect that, that's how we maintain our autonomy. And Strahd hasn't bothered us in as long as anybody knows. So it certainly isn't because of the walls or the festivals or anything else that the idiot Baron did over the years. It's because he respects the sovereignty of our town. I come from a bloodline that intertwines with the Zaroviches. And I believe that bloodline is what will continue to maintain our autonomy. We don't need to have these huge walls and these dumb festivals to be safe.
So, is there any chance that our efforts in bringing you back to power here in Vallaki might find us some favor with Strahd?
I can only imagine it would help.
All right, well, one last thing. We've seen some weird things around these parts. Wolves and werewolves, and seems even...
She snarls when you say werewolves.
And even, in some cases, we've seen what seem to be vampires. Can you tell me a little more about these creatures that seem to be prevalent in Barovia?
We hear of vampires and spirits and the supernatural. Just a part of society now, really. I believe if we sort of mind our business, stay the course, and keep the town running efficiently, that none of those things can bother us.
Okay.
If Alark's within earshot, let's see what's in the doorway. He would like to do like an insight check on what's being said.
Make an insight check with disadvantage, because you're really kind of far away and behind a couple doors. So you're kind of making your way out, trying to make a point of I don't want anything to do with you
I
people.
didn't realize the rooms were. That's my fault. I thought it was
And you kind of heard you hear this as you're walking out.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Thornton asks about food.
Oh, food is coming out. I'm sorry. As this is going on, food's coming out. There's this grand breakfast. Similar to what
with disadvantage.
Okay, nice. Similar to what you had the last time you were here with in the evening, right? They're bringing out like actual food, not roots and beets and
tubers
and
fucking
yeah. They're bringing out a pretty much a proper breakfast, bacon and stuff like that.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. The Wachter House is all about the decadence. So, and Alaric, what were you specifically looking to kind of?
It's just again, Alaric might have been a little out of earshot, but if he was hearing that, it seemed like there was some exaggeration or lying in the tone. So he was just trying to see if there was how much truth is being told.
That's a good roll. You couldn't pick up on every word she said because you were kind of out of earshot, but what you heard, you thought that who was saying it was 100% confident in what she was saying. You could tell he was saying it with a lot of
conviction.
And Deckard responds for, seeing, now I'm curious, would you accept these kind of creatures in your town? Vampires, werewolves? They might be in our midst?
No, I don't think that they would be welcome in the town, and we have guards, and we have I have a number of people, eyes and ears throughout the town that are kind of watching for anything out of the ordinary. I intend to use my agents, my people, and my future team of guards to maintain the current security of the city. I don't think that we would welcome one of these creatures of the night, whether it's a werewolf or vampire. But I don't think we'll have to worry.
Well, all right. Well, I look to the group and say, I think I don't have much else. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to talk to Lady Wachter about?
She says about the old haunted castle ruins. Is that something I can point to it on a map and you guys can go find it? Or if you'd like an escort, I'd be more than happy to arrange some of my agents show you where it is. I don't know that they would be comfortable entering the old castle.
Yeah, I mean, we could always take an escort, but, in replace of that even, one request I might make is, how might we be able to get our hands on a few of those silver weapons you've got? Is there any chance you might be able to outfit us with a few things to help defend ourselves? From what we might encounter, I saw most of your men have those silver weapons. I imagine you've got them in pretty large supply.
Yeah, that's a good call.
I like it.
Well, I will say, as you would imagine, silver is a bit of a commodity in these lands. It does not occur naturally, and there's been oddly some sort of a drought of the material as things go. But yes, you're right. My people kind of use that as their standard issue sort of weaponry, and it is to make sure if there were anything, heaven forbid, werewolves were to breach the city walls, we'd be prepared. So I think it's completely reasonable to outfit each one of you with my standard issue attire, a black cloak of the Wachter House, and one of our silver daggers.
Well,
Nice.
That would be greatly appreciated. It would very much help us.
She says, well, let's continue our discussion here. You guys can finish your breakfast. Ernst, if you wouldn't mind, can you please find, as much as we can, the appropriate sized robes for all of these people here, and retrieve a set of daggers. Food keeps coming out. You guys are kind of hanging out. Lady Fiona says, but I hate to be rude, but in a few hours from now, I have to address the town and give them our plan for the future, and I really need to work on that. So if you need me, I'll be in my study.
Thank you, lady.
So she starts to walk
Fiona.
away, and I say, one more thing. And as she's like almost out of the room, just out of curiosity, what do you know about this Vasily character?
Oh, Lord Vasily? Very useful. Very well connected. He has helped us on numerous occasions when it came to brokering deals within the town, working with the Mardikovs. He's helped find us some inside sort of agents from the Baron's team. So yeah, he's been a really stand-up guy.
Well, we seem to have lost him, and he's run off with something that belongs to us. So any
He
assistance,
he owns a place in town.
he ain't there.
Well, I can ask Ernst and some of my agents to keep an eye out for him, and
Yeah.
should we see him, we can let you know.
And as a matter of fact, we're looking for him. We're a bit worried about him because we went by his house and it seemed to have been broken into.
Ooh. Well, I hope it wasn't any of my people, because that is not the future of Vallaki that I want. I want a safe and secure town.
Okay.
And I'm very sorry to hear that happened. In fact, I will send some people over to make sure his home is secure. If you were to find him, let him know that we'll take care of any damages. But yes, I hope you find him soon.
All right. Thank you.
Well, again, these great times ahead of us. I am so happy we were able to broker this alliance. You, of course, are all welcome in town as honored guests. And hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow at my commencement festival. And she steps into her study.
I lean over to everyone and I go, "Thank God she's fucking gone, huh?"
Thank God that lady's gone. All right. So they kind of wrap up a breakfast. You've got the map. Ernst says to you guys, he says, I don't know if you were planning to go to that old ruined castle now, but anytime you need a couple of people to sort of walk you over there, you can swing back here, and we'd be more than happy.
Ernst, you're a good man. You're a good egg, lad. And I grab him by the shoulder and I just fucking shake him.
He gives that like fake smile that he's like okay with it, but you can tell he really fucking hates you touching him on his shoulder like that. But he's that kind of like, gotta be nice to these guys because my boss likes them.
I give him a noogie, then I get. No, I don't do that.
And he kind of like makes his distance and says, the help here will take care of the rest of your breakfast. If you need anything else, don't hesitate to ask. But again, thank you for the support that you've shown.
Yeah. And I'm assuming he's given us our daggers and our cloaks.
Yeah. So you all receive a black hooded cloak.
Okay.
And you all receive an ornate silver dagger.
Is this
And
something
you level
we're
up.
adding, or are you gonna add?
I'll put it in the group loot thing if you forget about it, but whatever.
We get to level 8. All right, nice.
All right, so where are you heading from here?
Voss told.
Is that what you guys want to do, or?
I think so. I mean,
I think so. Yeah, that's our
Irina's gone. You know, I mean, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, that's top priority right now. So yeah, that I vote for that too.
What, are we gonna just snoop around the town like a Law and Order episode looking for Irina?
I mean, we
she's
could
gone.
go back to the tavern real quick just to see if this.
Yeah, because did we ever? Yeah, we should circle back to the tavern, ask a few questions, and then we make our way out from there.
Yeah, see
We
if the
come
bird
back.
people know anything about where she is.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like a quick visit to the inn.
Might as well. They're eyes and ears too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, then we could tell them that somebody broke into Vasily's house, and we'll keep spreading that rumor around.
So it's like late morning now, which is usually a light time at the Blue Water Inn, but it's getting to be 11:30 now. I know that's past time. So let's say we're making our way over to the Blue Water Inn, and we'll pick up the next session as you guys get there.
Cool.
Perfect.
Cool.
It's a great spot.
You got your long rest in the night before, so you guys are all good. You talked to Lady Wachter. You got your map. If you want, you can ask her for the escort to Argynvost Hold. Otherwise, yeah, we'll start the next session with you kind of coming in mid-late morning to the Blue Water Inn.
I feel like we're kind of back on the rails a little bit.
Perfect. Love it.
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Good session, guys. You figured some stuff out. You got some things to do next. I'm kind of pumped. So cool.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Want to thank
All right.
our viewers. We couldn't do it without you. All the subs who subbed today, we appreciate it.
That's right. All right, I'm gonna cut it off there. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Want to thank our sponsor, Black Bear Deli Meats.